too much, I'm either doing 1 damage or no damage. Don't really do a whole lot of damage themselves. Nova,
Yeah?
I'd like to cast a spell.
What spell shall you be casting?
Cast Pet the Bird.
Ugh. Not allowed.
No,
Not allowed at all. It's not allowed.
I'm not high enough level. I must become stronger.
Yep.
Word of our community's acclaim
That's it. I'm
spreads.
biting you.
No.
You have
Could you
been.
pet me? Could you real quick just pet me again?
Nova, I cast Pet the Bird.
I bite you.
Ah, no! How could I fall for this trap again?
No, not like that.
It's the deceiving of the fowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
they're so sweet. Bites. Ah! Oh, yeah, that just means they love you. Takes off a finger.
yeah, you have displeased me for 1 millisecond. You are going to be bit. Now, pet me again.
and thus we are foolish enough to pet once more.
Yep. That's how it works. That's how it happens.
It's like cats, but birds are way more cunning that way.
Fuck. Ugh. One of my other servers, there is a link to somebody's gallery page, and somebody vigorously put warnings up all around it, including the person who posted it, saying, "Only click here if you want to instantly regret clicking."
Well, then you have to click.
And I have to click, and I instantly regretted it. And it wasn't like it took a moment for me to like, oh, that's nasty, that's gross. It was just instant visceral reaction. Ugh.
I feel
There
like
wasn't
this is
anything
an
illegal if you're
appropriate.
asking about that.
I feel like this is an appropriate time to remind you we are live.
I know. I'm not saying what it was, and I'm not posting the link.
I'm just throwing that out there, just in case.
Take air of mystery.
Also, Dova, you need to change your icon.
Dova, while you're distracted, I cast Pet Bird.
I bite it.
Darn it!
Bird is always
Alright.
ready.
Alright,
Yep.
well, that's 7. I got 7 fingers left. It's 7 more pets. 7 more attempts.
The bird leaves him with a pinky because the bird is a generous and kind avian.
Well, I feel like this is appropriate music to start us off with. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Echoes of Eberron Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see here. Zerth, why don't you do the recap tonight?
Sure. Okay. As I rack my mighty dino brain from what we did last time. Okay, I got it. Millions of years of unchanged evolution has got this locked in my cranium.
For the end of the world.
Last time, we went to go investigate the mystifying citizens of the town. They kept poofing into mist of red ichor.
Oh, that's what you meant by mystifying.
Yep. We couldn't find Sinnoh. We found Sinnoh. We tried to go locate the arcanic aura in the bottom of the city. Couldn't do that because we can't tell direction. Then we decided oh look, it's our buddy above our sky, our great old pal, friend, college chum, Sigma. So we decided to go up and say hi. He greets us with a bunch of air cannons. Nah, I didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. So we all did a clerical vote of just charge! Battlefield child. And I didn't think he liked that because he kept sending like minions out and fighting us. So through a bunch of advanced technological aerial combat, we ended up getting the big bands coming out, red and blue. Mostly probably blue was slightly a shock, sort of, kind of.
Mhm.
And now we're about to ravage and combat the robots. Or
Attempt
warfare.
to, at least.
Attempt to. No, there will be combat and ravaging.
Well, we'll just find out about that, all right? But yeah, as just said, you guys have. Ooh, I put this on my playlist. Oh no, this is my daily mix. Okay. Sorry, it's a good song and I like it. But last week you guys had tried to investigate and again failed. But at the current moment, you are in a a folding boat with some helpful crab legs on the bottom, currently being held aloft by Yark's telepathy. All right, what's the spell called? Telekinesis. Which is giving it the performance of a slightly souped-up sky coach, and high in the skies above the towering magical city of more like metropolis of Sharn. You all are charging towards Sigma's airship, the one that's been harassing you basically the entire campaign. Through his various sort of schemes and plans to get the entire world killed. At the current time, however, it seems that the one he's currently on, which he's hinted to as basically killing everyone, seems to be the most promising as far as results go. At the current time, you guys received news maybe a few hours prior from Cody, the docent stuck inside Blue's chest, that at some point in the next 2 weeks, the device itself will be ready for full activation. That first little, that first activation was only a test run, and it worked pretty well. Right now, you guys are just inside of a mile from the airship itself, as you see two distinct caped shapes emerge, both of them riding those same sort of shrikes as before. Flying motorcycles. Think of them as that, making this god awful sort of screeching, wailing sound as they soar through the air, armed with large magical cannons mounted on pikes, lances. As we are going to basically just leap right back into combat. Recently, the cannons have fired, so they are not going to fire just yet. But they're going to fire very, very soon. The 6 cannons mounted on the top. One of them being hit by the wreckage of a different rider, which Stefnar Rosalind had basically steered the wreckage towards the airship, and there is now a large patch of burning black flame currently on the deck. I'm going to clear the initiative tracker so we can get a new initiatives rolled in case anybody didn't like theirs, because I think that's fair. So everybody, please roll initiative.
Yes!
Woo! Ooh.
Woohoo!
I think this is very similar to what it was before.
Yeah, not much has changed.
Yeah.
It's almost like modifiers make a difference and generally put us in similar places.
I think Dusty was at a 6, or no, a 7 before, and now he's just at a 6. Dusty? You there, bud? I'll go ahead and roll initiative for him. Oh.
Hello.
Dusty, roll initiative.
Yes. Oh no. Initiative. Okay. Bam.
Perfect. Wow. That's a lot of people up on the top.
Yeah.
Kind of scary. Alright, so they are currently 600 feet, about 600 feet out. Lances down, charging like knights of yore.
Cool.
Big flowing capes, not rattling. but flowing behind them, pulled back to the extremes by their high speed. But yeah, you would have your turn. You might have another one before they get to you, but you think not. This might be your one chance to do something.
These zombies on the canoes, yes. I mean, flying javelins. I mean,
Oh no, this is Blue and Sigma.
Oh, do we all get to survive surprise round, or just him?
This is the one round where you guys would be able to do something before they are upon you. So yeah, I guess it would be a surprise round. They're about 600 feet away from you right now.
600 feet?
Yep.
I'm going to...
Well, we'll get to that because it is Sinnoh's turn right now. We're just going to keep it in order.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
I guess I could be somewhat useful for once.
You gonna let loose a shot?
I'm gonna let loose what?
A shot?
No.
What
Dova,
you gonna do?
I need
Yeah?
8 giant owls on the combat tracker, please.
okay.
It's back!
Please, God.
It's back!
I'm
Alright,
having
guys.
flashbacks.
Alright, for the chat, for those of you who don't remember, in our previous game, we determined that the best use of conjure animals is to conjure a ton of flying owls. They are giant size, and you get 8 of them for, what, a 3rd level spell slot?
Large.
Large, yes. And you get 8 of them for a 3rd level spell slot.
It's actually ridiculous.
It's actually efficient. So,
And
I think they
especially
do
in this case, because I want 4 of them, 2 each, positioned directly in their path with the intention of stopping them. Or at least hindering their charge.
All right.
The other 2, or the other 4 will be off to the sides to fly in and attack.
Now, if I recall correctly, they do 2d6 damage. So that's like 8 flying longswords.
Actually ridiculous. But you
Flying
do paint a
longswords.
large
I'm
target
into
on their back from the heavens above. Gigantic target painted on your back.
Hey,
If I just kill
if
them,
they're
I can take
not
all these owls
fiery-
off the map.
if they are firing at the owls, then they're not firing at us.
True.
No,
Technically
means-
correct.
The
no,
worst
he
kind
means
of correct.
You. Sinnoh means you specifically. Because if you lose concentration, then all the owls are gone.
Okay, so go ahead and clarify exactly what you want these owls to be doing. You want 4 of them to be interposing?
Yeah, 4 of them, 2 each, for Sigma and Blue, are going to be trying to stop their charge.
Okay.
The other 4 will be off to the sides, ready to fly in and attack.
If I'm not mistaken, was that a game-breaking influence?
Oh, God. I have the feeling that Dova is going to deny this one just out of spite. But it is a game-breaking, so it very well fits.
You know, you in introducing it by saying I might just deny it out of spite.
I mean, he accepts it out of reverse spite.
All right, I'll accept it.
Really?
Reverse spite.
Cool.
Reverse spite.
Well, for the rest of you,
How much they have? Like 20? They got 40 HP now.
For the rest of you, this game-breaking influence was double the number, size, HP, attacks, damage, and level of my owls.
Turbo owls.
I don't know how to increase the level of the owls.
I don't know either, so I guess we'll just
I
set
think-
that part
I think
A
aside.
higher spell level, maybe.
I think that's more of a
Proficiency bonus.
if they have
Oh,
levels,
the bonus
double
and
those
stuff.
levels.
We'll just worry about the double attack and damage. But you don't quite have enough there, Dova.
That's right.
Yeah, we need 16 of them.
Oh God. I'm gonna go make a sandwich, guys.
Yeah, that's fair. Smart. What's the rating of these? 1/4, yeah. 8 beasts of 1/4 or lower. Yeah, no. The fucking combat tracker, from my perspective, is absolutely
Every time I blink,
monstrous.
there's more owls.
Every turn, more owls.
You know what? You know what?
They become a swarm of owls.
So each one has 40 HP. We're gonna delete all but one and just denote the number of giant owls next to it.
Because they will all be a swarm.
Yeah, it's with the
Oh,
amount of
I am-
owls, there will not be enough space to actually coordinate this shit.
But the thing is that they have their flyby, so they swoop in, attack, and swoop back out. And yeah. Also,
That's
with
a
this
lot of
many, I'm
people.
gonna do 3 and 3. So 6 of them are their purpose is to stop the charge.
Just a wall of feathers.
How many stop in the charge?
6 total.
6 total, 3 on each.
Yeah.
And the rest are on attack duty. I'll take that as a yes.
I mean, we'll have let's see. That'll leave me. You know, we'll do another 6 as far away from me as I can get them, with the orders of going and basically harassing the airship itself.
Okay. So that'll be 4 owls on attack duty, and then 6 on the airship. Alrighty, Rooney. That sounds like something to me, as all of your vision is suddenly clouded by a flock of 16 gigantic owls that seem to appear out of nowhere. As
So
the
many-
pure magical strain of concentrating on each and every one of these. Yark, you feel the airship actually get heavier for some reason.
Interesting. Huh. That's weird. I'm not the one concentrating on it, but okay.
Hey, Dova,
say,
I just
wow,
summoned
Sid.
your people to help us. What's wrong with that?
Well, first of all, he is a robin.
I thought I was a cardinal.
Bird of a
One of
feather
the
fly
others.
together.
Oh, you misunderstand, sir.
I know my birds.
Bird society is very complicated.
It is. You're transgressing upon so many cultural lines right now. This is faux pas after faux pas. Just kidding. Anyways, Sentinel, is that the end of your turn? I don't know if out of character or in character you have like the mental capacity to deal with summoning 16 gigantic owls and then think about something else.
That's all I can do with my turn, really.
I say, wow, wow, Sinnoh, that's a lot of owls. That's amazing.
That, but-
they all hoot in
Thank,
unison.
thank you
Layer
for
it 16
that
times and make it much, much louder.
They all hoot in unison. That's horrifying.
We are the Owl Legion.
We are
Welcome
hoot.
back. Your steadfast loyalty is great.
Oh yeah, how does Ramus feel about this?
Rasmus.
Rasmus, thank you.
He got sent on a mission and has not returned yet.
Offering.
Oh right.
Yeah, a mission that we finished.
Yeah, no, you. This is the mission now, I guess. But yeah,
Who's next?
Tales of our endeavors proliferate.
So,
Dusty, you are up.
Oh boy.
the donation goal has been completed, by the way. Thank you,
Nice.
Jaffer.
Awesome.
What am I gonna do? I don't really have much in the way of ranged options. And I am currently, like, very distracted by a sudden plumage of feathers that overtakes my eyes and the flapping overtakes my ears.
Yeah, you are just in the middle of a whirlwind of ethereal feathers and like cacophonous orchestra of hooting.
I mean, I'm ready to start swinging, but I'm pretty sure these owls are not my enemy.
They aren't scratching or pecking at you, and you did hear Sinel yell out some arcane words beforehand.
You did hear Sinnoh yell out, "I summon a fuck ton of owls!"
Go!
So you may be able to figure out that this may or may not be Sinnoh's owls.
Oh my god. It's like the Pokemon trainer that lets out the wishy-washy that then swarms. You know that fish, don't you?
Yes.
The one
this
that somehow turns into a bigger fish by summoning all its friends from somewhere.
from off screen, obviously.
Of course.
It's the only swarm of Pokemon to fit in one Pokeball.
No, this is the Five Guys of owls. The Five Guys fries of owls. Hi, I would like a small amount of fries. Ah, yes, here, fill up the entire bag of fries for this patron.
Alright, let's see. Free myself from the owls. Take wing.
So
Or
what you doing?
use them to your advantage. You know,
So
you're
you're
really
saying
small. You're really
Eat the
small.
apple.
No, they're not. There's nothing
Oh.
to them to eat. But what you
I don't know.
could do-
I'm a vampire, but I just need a good bite.
yeah, but they don't. I don't think they really have blood or anything. They're just
Let's find out.
spirits.
Let's find out.
But either way, I'm saying you're a small thing surrounded by a bunch of large things. You know, sneak attack.
I can't tell one owl from the other. How am I supposed to mount one?
Not saying mount. Where are you getting all of this?
You were saying ride it into combat, so I'm thinking ride it like a horse? Question mark.
No.
You could.
I think
Use
he means
them for
hide and
cover.
then sneak attack.
I am no rogue. No. Besides, if I want to use them for cover, I'll be on the other side, not in the middle.
Real though, what you doing?
Well, remind me of the combat situation again, because I don't remember.
You, Blue and Sigma are charging out. They're 600 feet away right now, and you've got basically this turn to do something before they are upon you.
Ah, yes. This is not the place for pudding. This is not. It is not.
No, I can't imagine.
Just let him out. He falls.
He's
far,
gone.
far away. Well,
I hope they'll be fine.
theoretically, I don't know what to do. I don't have things that take preparation. So, like, I guess escape the owls.
Just get out in the open air.
get a better
Yes.
vantage point to see.
All right.
I mean, I need to
see.
see.
Yes, that is important.
Mm. You remove yourself from the swarm.
I think I ate something.
All right.
I think there was a 17th smaller owl. There is not any longer.
So, Rosalind is going to hold an action to throw the yeet hammer. Basically, spinning it in her hands a few times, just reacquainting herself with the rhythm or with the weight and getting a rhythm. She'd be holding on to rage then. So it'll be less than a minute. Azurth.
Hello. So one action, right?
I mean, you have your whole turn.
Oh.
You can hold an action, but it can only be one action if you hold
Okay.
it.
Well, no, because I have a plan for an action and a bonus action.
Okay.
Oh no, because that does use it. Okay, I have Aura of Vitality on, and as a bonus action, I can use that. Does that count as casting a spell as the bonus action?
Is it actually a spell in your spellbook, or is that just a?
It's
Is that-
It's a spell that gives you an ability you can use as a bonus action.
yeah.
Like the spell is continuous, and then as a bonus action you can do X.
Oh, okay. Could you post that in chat real quick,
Yeah.
so I can lay my own eyeballs on it?
Because he's too far away for me to do almost anything. So I was gonna do Mass Cure Wounds, and then on top of that, Aura of Vitality. But I
Okay.
don't know if I can do.
It would not count. That's just an action that it gives you as long as the concentration is up. So you can cast this, and then if it's still up, you can use that bonus action and cast whichever spell you like on your turn, as long as the other spell's in action.
All right, Wave of Healing coming in, guys.
If I recall, we
Are
needed it.
you sure we need this now? Are you sure?
It's best to do it now than wait till later.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a free turn to prepare at least.
Right, and then I'll do Aura of Vitality on myself.
All right.
Can I use my turn to move and hop on owl to owl?
Well, go ahead and give me an athletics check. This will be
Alright.
acrobatics.
Alright,
Does it
Zerth.
help that I speak owl?
All right, Zerth. Since
Go ahead and
Anuna's
add your
gone,
proficiency.
Okay.
since
Since
Anuna's
they are
gone,
giant and magical and everywhere, you can add your proficiency, but it's still an acrobatics check.
Okay. That will
since
help.
Anuna's gone, and by default I now have the highest intelligence score. I would like to tell you that this is probably a horrible idea.
I think that'd be a wisdom. Actually, no. You know for a fact that this is not a smart idea to get out of the boat.
Okay, I will wait till my normal turn and just like
As your intelligence advisor.
I will listen to the tactical cobalt. I will use my free action to light a cigar though.
I mean, if you
Fair
want
enough.
to fly on one of the owls, I can just give them the order to let you.
No, okay, so I just rolled out a chat just to, for craps and giggles. And you know what, Cobalt? You get some free jerky later. I rolled a 4. That would have been bad.
Amazing.
That's it. That's one way to oh, nope, I gotta make a new character.
Are you sure?
Zer's just gonna stay in the boat. Well, actually, you know what? Let me. Alright. Nope, he's gonna do it.
Oh,
I'm gonna commit.
And actually, since Stindl would likely command one of them to at least help you on, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check with advantage. No proficiency though.
Oh wow.
I do not see it.
like I saw the dice roll, but it didn't appear in the chat.
Ooh, actually, it just showed up. The
Oh, yeah.
7?
Yep, there we go. Because it was lagging on my end too. Yep, 7.
You rolled 2 8s.
Bye, guys.
All right.
I underestimate what counts as bird and what counts as plumage.
Yeah, not much bird. A lot of plumage.
Yeah, owls are very skinny. Who knew?
Can I order the one that he was going to get onto to grab him in its talons?
I'm gonna roll a dexterity save for him.
So I have another character idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Zerth, as you find out just how much empty space an owl actually is, you find yourself plummeting down for a few moments before you feel a large claw dig into one of your shoulder plates. The owl barely managing to catch you with like the very tip of its talon, but it lost about 100 feet of altitude, and you are very separated from the airship and the flock.
Hold on.
It's like when we first went to Sharn and I fell off the bridge and landed on the griffin.
Really, Dova?
What?
Altitude?
What?
You started this, Zim.
I did not say that
You-
intentionally. Actually, you know what? That was planned. That
I
was
can't.
totally planned.
I can't breathe. I'm laughing too hard. He's just gonna take himself out.
All right, so, it is the giant owl's turn, and the 6 that were summoned as far as possible away are going to move at their top speed of about 120 feet per round. And they are on their way. And summon or conjure animals. What's the range on that? 60 feet. Okay, so they're. Say you can start them off with a surprise round of getting this far. You maybe halfway there on a sort of different route than the actual the riders on the storm.
Yeah, I figured they're kind of dodging back and forth and stuff. Because I'm sure the cannons are probably going off trying to shoot them.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what they're gonna start doing. Da-da-da. All right, and that's what they're gonna do. Yark.
I'm gonna facepalm first of all.
Fair.
Free action. Interact with self.
Just
Hello,
in the
Yark.
background,
Yes, hello,
cackling
Yark.
madly. They thought I was useless, but no, I showed them all!
Pretty good insane laughter, I'm not gonna lie.
That was pretty good.
Somebody smack him!
So how far away are the two of them?
500 feet.
So far. I don't have a whole lot of prep stuff, especially considering I can't use any concentration abilities. Boy, would I sure love to use concentration spells right now. So I guess I'll just prepare a firebolt.
All right.
I already have blur in myself, if I recall correctly.
Correct.
Cool. I will prep a firebolt.
All right. And DeSoda. I'm assuming he would like to also prep a firebolt.
Yes.
All right. Smash cut to Gar, who is currently taking a rat and throwing it in the trash.
And that just happened to be the last one, too.
Yeah.
Sensors indicate no more rats.
Sensors indicate bar is now rat free.
Excellent. We didn't even need to hire a party of adventurers.
Meanwhile,
Not yet.
and now that the rats are gone, an army of cockroaches have moved in.
It's
Oh,
all
no.
about it's all about balance.
Maybe we should have gotten cats instead of getting rid of the rats.
Oh, but then they take over rural Australia. That's how that works. It just escalates real fast.
That was a pretty fast escalation, you know?
Yeah.
Rats, cats,
Australia, yeah. Just Australia completely coated in cats.
So,
And maybe bats? No.
how far away are they now?
500 feet. That was your round. They are. I'd say right now they would be hitting about 300. But the way that they're kind of angling around, they are going to. It's almost like a large sweeping turn. So the distance didn't change too much for a little bit, but as soon as they turn head on, they're gonna rapidly just blaze right through. And it doesn't look like they are.
You know what? I'm gonna take the shot.
You gonna take a shot? All right, go ahead and roll to attack.
I don't suppose they happen to be below us.
No, they are coming in from above.
Damn. Was worth a shot. Well, at least it wasn't a 1.
Woo!
Okay. Moving on.
And that's outside of regular range, definitely.
Yeah. The regular range is 250.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm done.
All right. All right. So the owls are considered giant owls, right? Because they would be normally large,
Yes.
and now they're one size above that, which is it gargantuan? Or no, it's huge. All right, perfect. Dusty, you are out of the flock, and it looks like they're about to charge.
Oh no.
Right now they are 300 feet away from you. If you want to, you can try to move into their path and prepare an action to swap at them when they get past.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go intercept blue.
You going to go for blue? All right. And you'd be able to get your multi-attack in, I'd say.
Oh boy.
Preparing an action, you prepare the attack action, you get both attacks.
Mr. Bummer, I've been awaiting you. Mr. Bummer.
All right, Rosalind, again, gonna hold that hammer. As is it button. It's not working with me. Come on now. Please. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay. So. We'll do that. I believe the owls get to go first as they were the furthest ones out, and that was 3 for each of them. So I'm going to go ahead and get 3 attacks from each one, plus 3 to hit.
Their main. Hey, don't forget the bonus is doubled.
4. All right.
Also,
5.
their purpose is primarily
6.
to stop them.
All right. Just get in the way.
Get in the way, try to grab them, etc., etc.
All right. I'm gonna have them do a strength check to accomplish that. Looks like they do actually manage to at least throw Sigma off the course. Since they're 2 sizes larger, however, Blue is freely able to move through their spaces unimpeded.
Welcome, Mr. Bama.
Mm-hmm. And at this point, Dusty, this would be your chance to attack. One of the owls does actually hit Blue somehow, and there's a big helicopter outside. All right, and does
It's not a helicopter, it's a giant owl. A humongous owl.
humongous, huge. All right, so he does 7 points of slashing damage as Blue is continuing his charge. Lance lowered, cape fluttering behind him. Dusty, you aim it perfectly, and you get an intercept. Go ahead and roll your attack rolls.
All right.
Oh,
Why isn't that red? Oh, it's not disadvantage.
unfortunately, we do need a critical miss card.
One moment.
Continuing from yesterday, I see. Continuing from last time, I see.
Curses aren't real, okay?
No, they are.
You're not.
I mean, I basically didn't exist last session. No, I think this is correct.
You got some hits in, and I think and then you saved Rosalind from falling all the way down to Sharn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, anything non-combat related, because no, I missed every attack, and everything I used key for also didn't work.
You didn't miss every attack. You landed a few attacks that knocked people off course, which was pretty important considering everything was charging us.
That's true.
Ready for the card?
Yeah.
Ow, ow, ow! Make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, you are unable to attack with this body part on your next turn.
Con save.
You punched a
15.
robot. Who
The
knew?
DC was 12.
Hey.
As you, I'm assuming this would be with your crystal arm.
I mean, yes, I've only got 2 hands. Of course. Somehow I feel pain in my crystals.
As you hit it, the crystals just shatter outwards in a shower of glass as they strike an armor plate. However, before they get maybe 5 feet away, they just instantly are grabbed by some sort of force and pulled back into the arm. You get one more attack.
I didn't know I was so frail.
There you go, buddy.
Always go with the meat. Always go with the meat. My meat arm.
What do you mean? The flesh
My
is
other
certain?
not.
Oh, still though.
I guess.
Honestly, the modifier is a big part.
Yeah, but there's so much
Knowing
potential. There's my second one.
knowing out of character that these guys are most likely have some sort of resistances to things like this. Are you going to spend a key point to try to stun them? Or do something else?
I mean, may as well. It's there to be spent.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that con save. DC is... What was it?
You know, Dova, there are some superstitions.
17.
Like with the part where the meat always go with the meat. In my other game, I had this guy who he had a dice tray, but he always kept forgetting about it and rolling outside of it. Every time he'd roll in the dice tray, he'd hit, and every time he rolled out of it, he'd miss. So we just kept saying, "Hit the dice tray, hit the monster."
All right. So he does fail.
Oh.
However, as expected, he does use legendary resistance against it.
Why doesn't Blue get legendary stuff when he was on our side?
He's better now, I
'cause
guess. He's a villain.
Being good is lame.
He's
Oh,
fur wearing.
shoot.
Evil is cool.
Shoot, you right.
Mr. Bummer, have you regained your senses for a moment? No? Then let me try again.
As you strike at him, imparting quite a bit of force through your fists and actually diverting a decent amount of your own internal ki into his body to try to lock him up. Arcane seals and protection surges from inside and pushes past it, as the ki almost gets deflected out of his body.
Cody, that was very rude of you. Also, wake up, please. You were my friend once upon a time, and I'd rather not kill my number two.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Oh. Okay. That was almost a 19. Fuck!
I saw a 20.
Results very close to each other still.
Alright. No, that's expected.
As
That's
he is
my
going
third.
after the skyship itself. Yark, you see he's on a direct collision course. Do you go up or down?
Up, obviously.
Up, alright.
Because further down would be in a better sight with the cannons.
Alright.
Little black puppy kitty.
Alright. Rosalind's going to throw the Yeet Hammer. And crit! I need a crit card.
On blue or Sigma?
Range? Rosalind. Throwing
very
it at blue.
Okay.
What type?
It's thrown bludgeoning, so ranged bludgeoning.
Alright, bludgeoning. Get back. Maximum damage, and the target must make a DC 20 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target is pushed back 15 feet.
That's another legendary resistance.
Well, at least we're using them.
Yeah, he rolled in that one. He's getting this charge off, damn it.
Break the boat, break the boat, break the boat.
I mean, you did move the boat itself up into his line of fire.
No. Down. No. He's already charging at us, so where we were right before moving was his line of fire.
He's diverting course. He's not reached us yet.
True. It is. It is in the middle of his charge. I'm gonna with advantage. Oops, that's a check, not a save. So for one moment, Rosalind is there and just throwing the hammer and is recalling it back. You see a flurry of motion from Blue, as for a moment you think it might be the hammer returning to her, but as Blue throws the lance, basically ditching it, it ends up catching Rosalind directly in the chest, impaling her.
Ew. Nasty.
As it almost goes all the way through and hits the stop, the momentum combined with her fairly small frame throws her from the craft. Who left? Hello, Yark.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry, I was facing.
Sorry?
Back. Sorry, I was facing the universe there. My bad.
You are breaking out really bad.
Your mic is doing the thing where it's kind of fading in and out.
I think my internet connection is not the best.
Fair enough. We'll see if it evens itself out, because it ought to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that little extremely high damage roll and extremely poor saving throws from Rosalind ended up with her basically out.
Ooh. I mean, wait, hold on.
She's not dead.
No, probably
Just no longer in the fight for a little bit.
Mm-hmm. She'll find her way back, probably.
Oh no, it's Stova totally not making less work for himself.
All right.
Ooh, I just crit my I just myself crit my BVG. Maybe I should dial it back a little bit.
And Sigma is going to use a lance attack against 3 of the giant owls.
Because he has that level of multi-attack.
No crit misses, but 1 is very low and does actually miss an AC of 12. The other 2 definitely hit. Alright. As 2 of the giant owls disappear in a concussive wave of magical force and little bits of arcane dust. The lance itself shooting out 3 distinct beams of light that just pierce directly through the owls. You can hear reverberating through the air the actual screech of those engines as they continue to rocket around, lining up for a next attack. As you look back and you see Blue rising back up again, now about at a range of 100 feet from the craft. Sigma's a little bit closer at about 80 feet. But Blue is already reaching into a side-mounted pouch and is drawing out another lance from a mounted bag of holding.
Oh.
Zerth.
How far am I away from the action?
I mean, you are 100 feet down below. Actually, you would be within about 50 feet at the closest point of Rosalind falling.
I'm gonna try to catch her.
All right.
Because that would be bad.
Fair.
You have influence, by the way.
I don't have wizardy spells that can help me catch.
Actually, we've got influence, so...
I'm gonna deny that one. Zerth, go ahead and give me a dexterity. Actually, this would be athletics.
Athletics, okay.
I consider it athletics at least.
Okay, I'm okay at that one. Not too bad. I saw a 2 on my screen, so...
Hmm. I'm gonna see if she can roll above a certain magical number. If she can beat your roll in her own acrobatics check. You can catch her if you let go of the owl.
I let go of the owl.
All right. As you reach forward, you realize you just barely are going to be short, so you almost swing yourself forward off of the owl. Just a few more feet, and you manage to catch her by the collar around her armor, but now you are both in free fall.
Can I cast the spell?
What spell would you like to cast?
Oh my god, where did I see it?
You have a Featherfall token, you know.
I don't have a fair fall token.
You bought a lot of them, didn't you?
I used them all to save me.
You didn't get more? You didn't get...
Oh, never that time! I'm gonna cast Feign Death on her. So she'll get resistance to all damage except for psychic.
Okay.
She becomes...
Could you post that in chat real quick?
Yeah. I may re-say that. I gotta reread the spell. I just, went to the bottom of it. Let's see.
It basically puts them to into a coma.
Yeah.
Speed resistance to all damage. And you would know as you actually grab her that she is basically nearly dead already.
And I'm going to use my bonus action just to aura vitality on her, and then I'm going to hold her with my back facing the ground. So worst case scenario, I'll take majority of the damage.
All right.
But I will roll that heal on her. Or whatever.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that healing on her. Ignore that, she's really hurt.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
And then we're just gonna plummet.
All right.
He's just gonna yell, focus on them, or focus on them!
His voice cuts through and you'd be able to catch it. But he is at this point, you guys are nearing about 500 feet just from falling, free fall speed. Because I think free fall speed is like 300, 400 feet per round. I think it's 500 feet per round raw.
I'm hitting terminal velocity right now.
Yeah, you're going down.
I'm a meteor of gator meat.
All right.
I may have a plan out of this.
we will find out.
Back.
It is all the giant owls' turn. They are going to continue to charge. 3 of them. Or I got a breakdown of it right here. There's only 1 currently on Sigma right now. He killed the other 2. And there's 4 owls that are going to do flyby attacks. How would you like them to distribute them?
The owls are going to they're going to split up and do their flyby, swoop in, attack, and swoop out.
Okay.
Evenly on each of them.
Okay. So there's 4 on the flanks, and 4 left, so you're going to basically have 4 on blue and 4 on Sigma. All right. So we're going to give... And these get a +3 each one, because it's at a double attack bonus. I already lost count of how many I've made. That's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. No crits, misses, but there is a crit hit. Melee slashing.
Alrighty.
This one's on Sigma.
Slashing. Bloodied nose. Maximum damage and roll the damage dice again.
Let's see, 3D or 2d6, so
4d6.
14. Let's see, 14. All right, he ends up doing 25 points of damage. That is not bad.
You got him in the nose.
Mm-hmm. And then 1 does hit blue.
Whoa.
All
These
right.
owls are doing work.
Yeah, they are. There's a
No,
lot
we are-
of them. I
no,
sure
we are-
hope they're doing work.
No, now there are suddenly 2 less of our main cast. Also,
as
I cannot catch him even if I tried. Well,
6 of the owls are going to go attack the airship itself, and it's about at this point that they'd actually get there, at going at just full out, full speed. And they are going to start harassing the various crew currently trying to douse the flames. You'd get little snippets of what they're doing in your mind, Sinnel. As 2 of the owls actually grab a couple of the undead crewmen and just toss them off the side.
Double Wilhelm scream.
I can't do it.
Chat,
I'm not
give us
good
a
at
Will.
that.
Give us a Wilhelm.
Give us a sound effect.
Give us a scream. Give us-
Just a scream.
That was actually done by Power Stone through the, there's a thing he can spend bits on for it.
Don't make me come into the stream and do it.
I mean,
It's not it at all.
Wow.
not quite what we were going for, but also
one of them really
fine.
had a sore throat that day.
Yep.
Yark.
Oh wait, was I supposed to shoot a firebolt at some point?
That's right. You did prepare that. Go ahead and roll to attack.
I can attack Sigma, right?
I think you were going for blue. Blue is the one
Well-
actually. Sigma did make it within 120 feet, so you can go ahead and attack him if you want.
Why is Sigma? Wait, I just realized, why is Sigma and Blue a single entity?
Boy, that's a great question. Anyways,
Okay, no,
yeah.
I'm going to attack. Do I get advantage because of the owls?
no, their writhing mass kind of obfuscates your shot a bit, so it balances the advantage out from him getting distracted. But that's still a
Hey!
good hit.
I have the same numbers.
Yeah, that's not a bad hit. Also, it is now your actual turn. That was just your prepared action.
I'm doing it again.
All right.
Don't do it again. Next turn.
That unfortunately is not going to hit. What would you like to do as a bonus action?
I don't have those.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I think DeSoto also had
Fair
a
enough. Have a
firebolt
good
that I
day.
totally skipped over.
He
Those are
did.
fire- Fireball.
Nerd.
Also, he has advantage because he would have double advantage.
Oh, a single advantage. Turnip, you can't get double.
Why does
Oh
he have
yeah,
advantage?
but pack tactics.
There's an ally within 5 feet.
Then I would have had advantage. Dova, you told me no.
I didn't say that at all, okay?
You said
I don't
no because
remember.
they're
I thought it was going to be advantage from the whole situational of him being waylaid by the owls, but if it's pack tactics, then yes, specifically you would have advantage. So you can go ahead and fish for crits. And
Okay.
also hit on that first one.
Well,
the second
this first roll I'm gonna do is the fish crit.
Okay,
Go fishing.
I'll just wait.
Sorry. I mean, yeah, go ahead and give me those attack rolls for DeSoto.
And this maybe the second one's gonna hit.
Okay, that second one is still not going to hit.
Darn. Oh well.
This one's the first one that is not going to hit, and this one is on his actual turn. That one is going to hit.
Yay!
Go ahead and roll damage.
Boom!
Oh my god!
I
Nice.
mean, you told him to.
That is some good damage.
That's points from maximum damage.
Free action, Siddle's gonna pat DeSoto on the head. Good boy, good boy.
Nice.
And that'll be it for DeSoto.
Every smash cut to Gar. He's still walking on the way to the dumpster. He's got a handful of rats. He's carrying in like in a metal claw that is like on his back.
Yeah.
And he walks for precisely 6 seconds. Gets him about halfway to the dumpster out front.
Cool. He's not running. He's he's
Yeah.
There's no rush.
No, we're good. Sinnel.
Siddle!
Are you on or something?
They're within 250 feet, right?
Yes,
Great.
both of them are.
Load bow.
That is going to hit.
Come on, good numbers.
That's not bad.
Average is
Yeah.
good. And I guess that's it for my turn.
All right. Dusty.
Me.
Hell yeah. If you want to, you can use your movement to get within one of them, and you have basically a full turn.
Oh boy.
Which one are you going for? You got to choose.
Always blue.
Oh, you going back for blue? All right. Using your impressive speed, you basically cut a corner and get to him as he's turning around for another run. At this point, the lance is already halfway out of the bag of holding that he has mounted on the side.
Blue, as your friend, I feel it is my duty to stop you before you turn into a worse villain than that greater mimic that had a zombie baby inside it.
Go ahead, give me a persuasion check.
Oh.
You see, for a brief moment, it's almost as if he blinks, pausing in the middle of pulling the lance out. But all too quickly, that moment is over, and he is about to get out of reach for you.
Ah! Damn it, I don't have a speech prepared for you. Stop being difficult.
Dova needs to deliver a speech. After all, the donation goal was completed.
It's not his turn yet. Shush. That is not going to hit, unfortunately. But you do get like 2 more attacks. Come on, get this last one. Get it! Oh, come on!
It was on a 17. Dang it.
On at 17?
I mean,
Fucking
it was
hits.
on a 17, then it switched to 10, like so many of my other rolls.
I
If it's
saw
a
it.
10,
It's
still a
mocked you.
19.
It is still a
Damn
19, and after being on a 17 for most of the roll, I'd say that hits.
You're
He's
strangely
thrown a bit
merciful.
off balance.
You are strangely merciful today, but I'll take it.
I know how much of a bad shape you guys are all in.
Flat.
You just like slap him across the face,
Stop
trying to knock
being
some
difficult.
sense into him.
Cody, please. Cody. You're like
Alright.
impossible to remove, aren't you? Also, Constitution save if you please. Constitution save.
Oh, that's his last legendary resistance.
Oh.
You think you've been rolling bad on saves?
I've been rolling bad on most things with that last hit being a gimme.
That's very true.
We do have influence.
Oh. Tell me of this influence.
Hmm. Brain is dead right now. Sorry. Accepted. All right. So, Rosalind is, well, kind of put into a
Protective coma.
by Zerth as they both plummet down into the city. At this point, you would just be reaching the tips of the of some of the spires in the cloud top district.
I'm pretty sure there's fire on me as this meteor swarm of dinosaurs just.
There's just like a shockwave. It is their turn, and as he's angling around for another run, Sigma almost perched atop a little vantage point, maybe about 100 feet from you all. Looks past you, and if you choose to look, you might be able to see a smattering of little dots rising up from the city. The little changing in their shape, indicating that large wings flapping. As some of you might recognize the shape and formation of a mounted griffin, a mounted griffin assault. You know that the Sharn Watch actually does have something like that. Basically, the exact counter to mounted airborne units is more mounted airborne units.
But griffins.
The Griffins. Unfortunately, they're still a ways off, but that doesn't stop Sigma from turning on some sort of voice augmentation to cut through the blasting of the wind and the clash of talons against metal and living wood. As in a cartoonishly villainous fashion, he raises an arm up as if grabbing something out of the sky and just says, "You fools! You rage against nature itself."
Oh
For
man,
in
Rage
this-
Against the Machine, that's awesome.
these- In these actions, I call upon the force of nature, of extinction, upon the life of this entire planet. To fight against it is useless. As he like sweeps it across, he sweeps the hand across him.
Man, I hate
Before-
the dude, but he can really ham it up.
He's getting into it. But he raises a lance up in the air, and as he's like leaning into charge. He puts his head down, lance forward, and just yells out, "With this blow, I sever the hope that you have." And
You'll love to hate him. You'll
Mhm.
love to.
I'm gonna hold up a sign for number 8
what?
out of 10.
8.
Hey, okay. That's like your reaction. But
I mean, solid for Yark. He's hard to please.
yeah,
I've heard
You are the new critic, Yark. Congratulations.
I've heard better evil maniacal monologues from my sous chef.
describing how badly something was done, and he just launches into a monologue.
Oh no, that's the expediter. We don't talk about him.
Oh, okay. But
He scares all of us.
they are both going to charge. Blue is actually going to alter course and go specifically after you, Dusty.
Oh, friend. Have you realized that I owe you money? You real?
Your memories, they're coming back.
Oh no, they're coming back. I'm fucking with
That
him.
is a 26 to hit. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. Dusty?
Let's see. A dexterity saving throw, you say?
Yep, dexterity saving throw.
My specialty. My specialty.
All right. So you're still going to be taking full damage. However,
Whoosh. Oh,
taking the charge actions, add that. It's going to be 68 points of piercing damage as you, through the skin of your teeth, are barely able to avoid being completely impaled upon the lance.
God, no
though
wonder this
just
was Rosalind out. Oh,
the pure force behind it knocks you off balance and sends you tumbling for a few moments before you catch yourself, already winded just from that singular blow. And already he is just gone. He managed to get 50 feet away from you before you even realized what was going on,
you piece of shit.
as he's able to freely disengage. It is Sigma's turn. He's going after the ship. Boat.
Everyone else.
People currently in the boat are Sinel, DeSoto, and Dusty. Sorry, Sinel, DeSoto, and Yark. And then the boat as well, I guess. So let's see who he is going to hit first. It's going to be Sinel, unfortunately. That is going to be a 24 to hit, Sinel.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me a concentration check real quick. I'm not sure you would be a... Funny enough.
Whoa.
So, hold on. That's... You take 44 points of piercing damage. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. You keep concentration on the owls. As you rolled, you met or exceeded the DC, which was 22 for 44 damage. And unfortunately, you did not make the dex save. You are impaled as the lance has fully pierced through. You feel a dull, throbbing pain after a brief sort of sharp shock thrust out into the clean air. Coldness inside your chest, just below the rib cage. The pure force behind it disorients you for a moment as you are torn from the craft itself. As in the brief sort of quiet moment you find yourself in, you hear Sigma speak very, very calmly and just dripping with rage at you as he says, "This is what you get for resisting the course of nature." And he lets go. As with a 15-foot lance in you, you are currently falling. You're within grabbing distance from one of the owls if you command them to come and grab you.
Absolutely.
All right. But we will get to that on your turn. Both of them are roughly about 60 feet away from the boat at this time. You're feeling it get lighter and lighter. And then
that's
Zerth,
weird.
yeah, you're starting to see shapes on the edges of your vision as some of the uppermost spires of the cloud top district are starting to come into view.
Yeah, he's just holding tight, and he'll just do he's just casting as much
Healing.
as he can.
All right. It is the giant owl's turn. Actually, during their turn, the defenses for the ship would have also been firing. And they're going to go for, all 5 currently working cannons are going to go for the 6 owls attacking. Mind you, there were 6 working beforehand. Whoops. All right, I've got 3 hits, a miss, and a critical miss.
The hits probably just obliterate the owls, unless they're double health. Actually,
If they're double health, we'll find out. See,
So,
of the owls hit, one of them managed to survive. So that is -2 owls. There's currently 4 on the airship, 1 at...
and a cannon critical misses. That's nice.
Okay, so
I would like to hear it just to hear an option, but I do have something in mind. Ranged magical.
Ranged? Damn.
Yeah.
Melee for this one was swap places with the target. Which would be
Not
great!
sure how that would work. Just the entire ship.
Alright, so ranged, pinned. A loose piece. Oh, wait, this one will work for this. Kind of requires there to be ground.
Well, there is plenty of debris. What is it?
Something in my eye. Oh. Reroll this attack against a random creature within 10 feet of the target.
I'm just gonna go with the pinned one.
That one was basically a piece of clothing or something got pinned to to the ground or something.
We'll say that one of the turrets, the arcane defense turrets, got damaged in just the right way that when the magic actually went through it to shoot, it managed to get stuck in place. They'll probably have it freed by the next turn, but it is, depending. It probably will be out of commission for 1 turn, but still, that's 4, maybe 5 turrets still up. It's better than 6. And then we've got 4 owls on blue, 4 owls on Sigma. Just gonna roll for each group. All right. The ones attacking Sigma probably would have gotten a few good hits in while he was monologuing, and he just didn't even care. But two of them got a hit in, doing overall 20 points of damage. The ones attacking blue didn't get a hit in, and the ones attacking the ship did actually get some work done. They did well. Because they did they did 23 points of slashing damage to the ship. Going for various turrets and grabbing people and tossing them off. Yark, it is your turn. Actually, hold on. The ones attacking blue probably missed because two of them came down and grabbed you, Sinnel. One of them missed, but the other one managed to actually get its claws around you, Sinnel.
Yeah, I was about to say that that probably happened during the owl's turn.
Yeah, forgot about that. I'm good at that.
Firebolt Sigma.
Firebolt Sigma. All right, roll to attack.
And just to make sure, do I get a attack of opportunity, or do I get pack tactics?
You would get pack tactics.
Sweet. They are pretty distracted. Well, I don't think it mattered.
Oh, unfortunately, that is going to miss.
Alright, I'm just so distracted by keeping us, airborne.
Trying to keep airborne and trying to avoid some of these charges. But
Right.
it's just you and DeSoto in the boat right now.
Oh, gee. I say, we got this, DeSoto!
He barks and shoots out another firebolt.
Alright, roll to attack.
At the same time.
Sigma.
Sigma, alright. With advantage because there's owls freaking everywhere. Oh no.
So he totally has not attacked yet. And is going again. Yeah, see, that was the actual roll. That's the actual one.
Well, it happens off screen as we are now focused on Gar, who makes it another third of the way towards the garbage can. There's a puddle outside. Not sure what it is, but it's probably water.
Hopefully water.
Gar can't smell, but he steers clear of it anyways.
Theoretical water. Gar's favorite.
Yeah.
Gar's having the most dangerous fight of his life.
He is. He rust.
Against health regulations.
The health inspectors.
So,
They'll steal your soul.
Well, I'm currently in the clutches of an owl.
That's better than being in the clutches of gravity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Owls better than gravity. Confirmed by DM.
I mean, I think I've seen a lot more gravity in my games than owls.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
I have to keep track of gravity on the encounter table, the combat tracker.
It's my greatest enemy.
Okay, I don't want that one. Those aren't really gonna help. Can I still shoot?
Absolutely. You managed to keep a hold on your rifle this whole time.
Great. Oh, much good it was.
It's not the best shooting position. Dusty.
Me.
Again, you can spend your movement to get to one of them.
Blue.
Blue? All right.
We are having a standoff.
It's just a duel between you guys.
Yes. Hold on.
Oh. rusty.
One moment, I'll be right back.
Okay. Do you want me to come back to your turn?
Looks like he had to leave more suddenly than we thought.
Well, gee dang it.
Let's just come back to him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's Rosalind's turn next, and then it's Sigma and Blue's turn. Which Rosalind is currently in a magically induced coma.
Protected
And,
by evolution.
Mm-hmm. What about let's take a 5-minute break as you guys are basically at the precipice of destruction.
I need a drink.
Well, I suppose that works.
Take a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for sticking around and coming by. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, so enjoy the music, and we'll be back with you shortly.
I'll be right back.
I live. Time for my duel of the fates with Blue. Are we taking a break?
Oh, yeah, we are.
Alright, that's fine. Good. Not a bad time for it.
Personally, I am back.
Excellent.
Hello,
Dusty,
Nova.
you are back too. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
Hey, Gova, did you get my message?
I did.
Okay, I got one more thing to add to that.
Okay.
And I'm laughing. I had to walk away and breathe. You'll get a kick out of that one. Right?
Care to share with the class?
No.
No, we're good.
How dare you?
Probably. Well, we will later.
Yeah.
Oh, while we're on break though, we do have more fan art.
Is it from Power Stone?
Yes.
Yes!
Heck yeah. Where?
Under fan art above us.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Absolutely good, great representation. Oh no, he lost his stogie.
No, I did.
Oh no.
It's the greatest tragedy ever.
True love gone.
Look, if there's a life lesson to gain out of this, never lose your stogie.
That's what's caused all of this.
Someone in the cloud just gets absolutely beamed.
Terminal velocity smokes. I'm so glad I'm off of work tomorrow, so we can go extra long tonight.
Yeah, same. I'm also off tomorrow.
Hell yeah. We'll see how much energy we all have.
Oh, I'm giddy right now.
Unfortunately, I do work tomorrow. I work every day. But it's
look,
not in.
Put the hustle in.
Just text yourself, since you're your own boss, that you're going to be late a little bit.
Here you go.
Okay.
And
I'll do that.
then forgive yourself because you're also the boss.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
In fact, give yourself a raise. You know, you've been working really hard lately. You think you deserve it.
Well, you see, unfortunately, I don't quite, I can't quite give myself a raise. That all comes from the viewers.
Oh, salary base. I got you.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's whatever they decide to give, you know.
Commission.
Yeah.
All right, is everybody back?
Yep.
Well, let's go.
Let's start this.
All right,
finish
guys.
this.
Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for sticking around. Let's go ahead and jump back into it.
So, Dusty, it is currently your turn. I believe I know exactly what you're going to try to do, and it's try and make one last appeal.
I mean, for the most part, he was just talking. He didn't expect much results.
I mean, better
But,
than nothing.
yeah,
This is the first time you've seen him in person since he got taken through the teleportation spell.
Yeah. So this time he's gonna yell at Cody and say, "Cody, come back! Don't you want to yell at Cyril for calling you Cortana?"
Unanimous dispensation.
Go ahead and give me a
Holy
persuasion
crap!
check.
And there's my raise.
Oh,
Nice. See, I told you.
Awesome.
Thank you for that donation, Jaffer.
all right. Are you gonna go ahead and roll to attack for him?
Well, obviously.
All right, go ahead and roll your attacks. Hit. All right, keep going.
A new subscriber arrives.
Ooh.
Oh.
Determination.
Reminder: you still do have inspiration, in case you'd like to use it, or you might be saving it for something even more special. All right, that's another hit.
How about that? Well, first of all, does he look different? Other than beat up.
He is looking a little bit like his stance is sort of loosened. He's no longer in perfect form. He seems out of focus.
Then I would like another con check, if you please.
All right. As you channel your key into your last hit, it seems to gain some purchase as As you
I
feel
mean,
it,
I've landed 2 of these before. I'd hope
Mhm.
so.
as this one, it manages to resonate with something somewhere inside of him. As the grip on the lance sort of loosens for a moment, and he stares over at you with still traveling at quite a decent speed. He stares at you with a strange, not really recognition, maybe, but maybe resounding confusion. He is stunned.
Hello, Mr. Bomber. First day on the job, is it? Hello, Mr. Bomber.
Oh, that was very close to a nat 20.
What is he doing? What's happening?
Well,
Dova, I fear.
his very good friend is coming out to help.
Ooh!
Since, well, there is an enemy currently attacking blue. So, from the side,
Oops. I should not have hit him, maybe. I should. Mayhaps
Go
a
ahead
poor
and give me
choice on my...
go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw for the impalement, of course. Oof.
What?
Dexterity
oh.
saving throw, please.
Oh, dear. Oh, let's hope I survive this one. Oh, no.
I saw an 18.
I know, it bounced on it twice. It bounced.
Are you going to use your inspiration on it?
I think now's the time. I've been holding on to this for a while, but I really don't want to let go of blue.
Smart. Here's the moment.
Fuck! It hit the corner and spun like a Beyblade. I'm actually impressed. I wish I had a video. I've never seen a dice get stuck in the corner. Also, damn it. So you said you don't believe in curses, right?
Well,
It's the
I
King
feel-
family curse.
I feel that this is just theatric, you know, or cinematic rather. As you finally manage to get through to him, you think you might have maybe overwritten some sort of the whatever brainwashing is going on with him, and you see him look at you with in recognition for a brief moment before you take. What's that add up to? So that's 120. As you take 61 points of piercing damage. So that would put you up to 129 wound.
Yes.
As you are now impaled on the lance. A trail of blood just sort of whipping behind you as you are thrust forward at alarming, dizzying speed. You find yourself looking at the side of Sigma's craft before you hear his voice kind of resonate in the roaring winds, simply saying, "Stop trying to change how things are going to go. We are a force of nature." As he is going to let go. The lance itself weighs 20 pounds. How much do you weigh?
Let me check. 35 pounds.
35 pounds? Alright. Alright. If you want to Fly, you are going to need to make a successful DC 15 athletics check. Otherwise, your fly speed will be 0 and you will begin to fall.
I'm not good at athletics. Acrobatics, on the other hand.
That is going to be their turn. The ship is going to go. And as a layer action, Sigma is going to direct the cannons to fire past the owls towards the boat. As 4 cannons are going to fire. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Right. It's going to be 3 misses and 1 hit.
That's
Yeah.
better.
All right, I need everybody in the boat currently to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Me and DeSoto.
You and DeSoto.
You guys want a dexterity saving throw from DeSoto?
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Okay. Doesn't say on the gear page how much HP a folding boat has. And
No.
it's currently the... Is it the biggest boat or the rowboat?
It's the rowboat.
It's the rowboat. Okay.
It's a magic item, so usually those are relatively indestructible.
Mm-hmm. Just want to get reference for... Okay. Would have... No, that's much, much too small. Or too large, rather. Because the rowboat that I'm looking at seats like 14 people. That doesn't seem right. Since it's magic, it'll probably have about the same. Alright, both of you succeed, so you're going to take half damage. Alright. Go ahead and give me a concentration check on telekinesis. DC is going to be 11. Or actually, no, it would be 10 for you guys since you took half. But DeSoto and Yark, you both take 11 points of force damage. 10 is going to make the DC for the saving throw.
Nice.
And since it is an object, it is going to take double damage from the shots itself since it's an object. But it does have quite a bit of health, so that will put it at 22 overall, so double that to 44, which means that the foldable boat, before bad things happen, has 6 HP remaining.
Uh-huh.
But you're able to keep it flying, but you can feel as the entire midsection seems to have buckled. It's the spine of the boat almost broken. You feel that it is only a matter of just one more single shot before it completely shatters. Repairing it, your mind automatically just goes there since that's what you're just geared to do. And you're pretty sure you could repair it. But more immediate problems would probably have your priority, such as falling.
So, sorry, but I was a bit distracted here with roommates. Did DeSoto fall out of the boat?
No.
Okay.
DeSoto is good. Soda and Yark both took 11 points of force damage. And the boat itself has 6 HP remaining. Zerth.
Yep.
We'll get back to that.
Yep.
The giant owls. Siddle, the one that is commanding you. Where would you like it to go?
Bring me back up to the boat, but
All right.
otherwise just hold me nearby.
All right.
Actually, no.
So
Straight up.
you want to go straight up? You want to get higher ground?
Yes.
All right. He's going to continue on just straight up. So that's 4 on the ship are going to attack and just continue marauding and pestering everybody. Did not roll very good. It looks like they're putting up a defense force and they're getting actual foot troops to just shoot various ranged magical weapons, preventing the giant owls from getting too close. The 3 and 4 on Sigma and Blue, respectively, going to go ahead and attack. Rather, 4 on Sigma and 3 on Blue. Ooh! They both rolled very good. All right. It's going to be all of the giant owl's turns, as you would have higher ground, Sinnel. Yark.
Yay!
Fireball.
Firebolt.
Yep.
Who are you aiming at?
Sigma.
Sigma? Go ahead and roll to attack. Hit.
I was hoping for a little more.
That's still pretty good.
I just wish they were not in the heavy spot.
Anything else on your turn?
I guess I'll try to keep, just keep the boat steady. I guess I would try to dodge, but I don't know how to do that while holding a boat.
Okay, that's just considered with the sort of with their rolls.
And I'm still blurred. They just haven't tried to hit me directly.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can solve that real quick if you're up for it. DeSoto.
All right, DeSoto will firebolt
All right.
at Sigma.
That's a magical crit hit.
Yes.
Let me get a damn card out. There we go. Spellstorm! Quadruple damage. So, clear the crit. Let's see. That should be quadruple.
What the fuck? Oh, wow.
Wow. You did say quadruple damage, and Fireball does 3d6 normally, or 3d10 normally.
Mm-hmm. As you watch, the firebolt from DeSoto manages to catch something on their equipment, which on Sigma's craft, which seems to explode now, as trailing a trail of just dark, evil smoke. Gar has just managed to make it to the trash can and is now in the process of opening the lid. Sinnel.
Well, now that I've got the high ground, fire at Sigma!
That's gonna hit.
Woo! I am satisfied with this turn of events.
All right. Dusty.
Oh boy.
Everything hurts, and your chest is cold.
Okay. I guess fair.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check, DC 15 to maintain altitude. Your wings start to fail you as strength saps from your core. As you start to fall, flailing end over end. Would you like to do anything else?
How fast am I falling?
You're not falling at quite full speed, but it's about 150 feet per round.
We do have
monk
influence.
trait, slow fall.
Also, Kraden wanted to know what the status of the city guard was.
They are currently on their way up. They're getting closer and closer each round, and it did have quite a big impact on exactly how things are going to go from here. Jaffer, denied. Sorry. Sorry, what were we going to do, Dusty?
Well, first of all, I was asking, or I'd asked how fast I was going because there is actually a monk feature about this.
Oh, right.
Slow fall. I can't fall that fast.
Fair enough.
Quite useful for us winged folk.
Yeah, no, this is perfect. As you are now only falling at 60 feet per round. You're barely managed to flare your wings out to do just that, but you're unable to really gain any altitude.
Well, at least I'm not losing as much. And I suppose that athletics check is to dislodge this thing, isn't it?
It would just be a pure strength check.
I see.
Athletics is just to get enough strength to maintain altitude.
Fair enough. So how about dislodging this?
All right, go ahead and give me a strength check.
God damn it! It bounced off a 17. God.
The actual the shaft of the lance is fairly smooth, and especially with your blood-slicked hands, one of them not really able to conjure up much friction to begin with the crystal one. You're unable to get a good grip, especially with your strength and the warmth sort of fading.
Oh well. Ooh.
I'll say that was your bonus action. What'd you like to do for your action?
How about we fix some of that warmth issue? I'll use wholeness of body.
All right. What does that do?
Get triple my monk level back in HP.
All right. So that would be 33 HP. Ooh. That would put you to
36.
98 wounds.
No, I'm level 12, Dova.
That's right. So that would be
36.
95 wounds.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, because it's three more than what I thought.
Oh, wait, hold on. 95. Oh. Still not good, but better.
Yeah. Getting there. All right, it is Sigma and Blue's turn.
I have regained color.
Yeah, you you have your color vision back. So, as a layer action, Sigma is going to. Actually, he's not going to do that just yet. Well, we're going to get the single combat out of the way first. Sigma's going to go for you, Sinnel. You just shot him after all. But Blue seems to still be in a daze. He's disengaging almost. He is going to use the ranged lance attack against some of the owls, almost just out of self-preservation. But he's not actively charging the boat anymore.
Mr. Bomber, come back. Mr. Bomber.
All right, and he manages to kill one of the owls chasing him. However, Sigma is going after you, Sinnel. Whoops. That's the actual roll. And it lingered on the nat 20 for a moment. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw. And a concentration check for... Or actually, do you need a concentration check for conjure animals?
Yeah, it is concentration.
Okay, I will need a concentration check. The DC is going to be 21.
And now I'm falling.
All right, you take 42 points of piercing damage. That puts you up to 95 wounds. As all at once, all of the giant owls disappear. Sinnel, you manage to avoid being completely impaled by the lance.
A second time. I still have the first one in
time.
me.
You're good at dodging the initial lance stabby bit. But yeah, you are now currently falling at full speed. Instantly, before the start of your turn, you fall about 500 feet. I think. I gotta look up the rules for that. I'm gonna say you fall around 200 feet to begin with, before your turn. And then it is going to be the layer action, and he is, now that the owls are gone, he's going to focus all 4 guns, since they rolled a nat 1 to restore that gun, on the ship itself. That's going to be a miss. Miss. And then 2 hits. I need a dexterity saving throw from DeSoto and Yark. Oh. 2 fails. Concentration check on telekinesis, Yark. That is not going to make it.
Oh, right, because I took max damage this time.
Yep. And also you took 2 hits instead of just 1. I mean, if you want to roll separately on each one, you can.
I don't think that's going to make a difference if I mean, if 16 doesn't fail one, if 16 fails one of them.
That does actually succeed one of them.
Sure, I'll try again. Why not?
Because I just rolled damage once.
Yeah. Okay.
The second one it would fail. So okay. So Yark, you take 44 points of force damage.
Oof.
So that would be what 36 wounds on top of the because you have the 8 temp HP. 36, yeah,
Yeah.
44. All right, DeSoto also takes 44 points of force damage, as does the boat. As with the discordant, magical, almost whine, the boat shatters beneath you. And at that point, due to the shock of just the vibrations, you lose concentration on the spell. As with
Makes sense.
only a rapidly descending and spreading cloud of wooden shrapnel and debris to grab onto, it's a bit hard to adapt to that really quickly. Next up would be Yark. You are currently falling.
I'm usually pretty good at improvising this kind of stuff. He thinks to himself while falling.
He just thinks to himself, boy, what a pickle.
Uh-huh.
I could make this relish, maybe, but I need a hot dog
My
to put this
hamster is
on.
getting antsy. If we be adventurers, let us adventure.
Alright, Dova, I'm gonna cast Fly on myself.
All right.
And I'm gonna go grab the soda.
All right. You just gonna angle yourself over to grab the soda?
We do have influence.
All right. The next hit would be an automatic crit.
Boy, howdy, I hope I don't die.
All right, as Yark, you float over and grab the soda.
With my 19 strength.
Yeah, you got plenty to go around.
And my arms are actually big enough to reach around him now, since they weren't for a very long time.
Hell yeah. All right. It is DeSoto's turn. He is unfortunately out of range of any enemies nearby. They're well over 120 feet away now.
Ah.
Would you like him to do anything, or try to hang on to Yark? As Yark is much, much smaller.
He's gonna try and hang on best he can.
All right.
Probably more of just like flailing, which is probably making it harder, but you know.
Or we can do that thing. Oh, I picked him up by the scruff of his neck, so now he's all curled up.
Oh, he just shuts down.
Is he doing the doggy paddle?
Yes, yes.
He's trying his best. Okay. Gar takes the rat and drops it into the trash. Sinel.
Hey, Dova,
Yeah?
I'm gonna need 8 more giant owls.
You gonna go for it again?
Yeah, but this time it isn't doubled.
I mean, why not? I am literally falling to my death. I don't see any better time to summon 8 more giant owls. One of them specifically beneath me.
It's true, Nova. If there's any time to summon 8 giant owls, it would be when you're plummeting to your death.
That's
I mean,
very true. And they would get summoned right now.
Unless you want your
Excellent.
giant bears.
And
Falling bears.
so yeah,
I didn't think this one through as well.
So one is beneath me, the others as far above me as I can get them.
All right.
Do
So
I
7
see?
above you, 1 below.
Do I see Yark and DeSoto?
Give me a perception check.
And also, how far away they are.
You're barely able to catch them amongst all the various debris and all the on how much your eyes are stinging from the wind. You manage to see them there, both about about 150 feet above you, and sort of diagonally, since you got knocked back and fell much further.
Can I have 2 of them? Alright, so first off, influence regarding the owls.
Okay. Accepted. You summon 8 owls and a very confused bowl of petunias.
But also...
I'm sorry, it's a very indignant bowl of petunias.
And they're just falling.
Yep.
You hear as you hear you hear something that gets more and more faded. Oh sure, summon weed on.
What was that?
I said, oh sure, summon me on.
Oh, okay. 2 of them. So one underneath me, like right underneath me, so I go onto it immediately. The other 2 will be as close to Yark and DeSoto as I can get them, and then the rest above and closer to Sigma.
All right.
The ones closer to Sigma are targeting him. Of course, the one is meant to catch me, and the other 2 are meant to catch Yark and DeSoto.
All right.
And I think that will be it for my turn.
Alrighty, Ernie. Dusty.
Boy.
What you gonna do?
Well, let's try and pull this thing out again.
All right. Go ahead and give me a strength check. All right. As you finally manage, almost through just pure force of will, to get the arcane arm to grip around some bit of texture in the haft, slowly, and with the tunnel kind of closing in on your vision, you manage to slowly, hand over hand, pull it out, and finally the slightly sort of arcane engraved tip finally passes through the small of your back, and it is now free. Do you hold on to it, or do you let it go?
Oh, I'm dropping this. Oh.
All right, you just get it off and just toss it, and it flutters away, falling a little bit faster than you are. Fortunately, you are now bleeding.
Maybe I should have done that wholeness of body after I pulled it out, huh?
Might have been a better idea. You take 7 points of bleed damage at the end of your turn.
Well, that was no bonus action. That was no bonus. So, let's see if I can't stabilize myself.
All right. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
I mean, stabilize in flight. Stabilize.
Oh, okay.
Stop falling.
God dang, it's over.
Yeah, absolutely. With the weight gone, you got your full speed back. But you recognize if you don't stop the bleeding, you've only got a limited amount of strength left before it just all fades away.
Alright, now medicine check. Now patching myself up in flight, not the greatest idea. in fall.
I'd say you could do it as a bonus action, just to stuff something in the giant hole in your, basically right in your gut.
I mean, I can also drink a potion.
That's very true.
That
However,
would
I
be
believe that's an
preferable.
action.
All right.
Is that not an action though?
It would be an action if you want to drink a potion.
Have
Wait,
an
what do you
action.
what do you use on his action before?
I
To
believe
pull the gigantic 20-foot lance out of him.
That sounds more like a free interactive object to me, if you ask me.
I don't know. It's pretty large and very intimate with my body.
It's true. It's
Okay,
definitely an
fine.
action sort of thing.
Okay, fine. Bonus action.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Are you doing the negotiating here?
Bonus action. Take it or leave it.
So, Dusty, what would you like to do with your bonus action?
I mean, like, first of all, I mean, maybe a medicine check to just like size up. How much should I not tell Roslyn?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a medicine check. You're
Oh, I'm actually good at. Oh, I'm actually pretty good at this. I'm actually pretty good at this.
I taught you well.
you
all my
reckon
corp-
you can
All
you
my
can
corpse
probably
butchering.
you reckon you've got enough loose cloth somewhere around to stop all the blood from coming out.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Unfortunately, if you don't tend to it, you know that it's 2d6 damage at the end of your turn.
I know you said.
Each turn until you fix it.
Ah, yes. Well, I don't think I can bandage myself with a bonus action.
No.
So next turn then.
All right. Go ahead and add that 7 bleed damage to yourself, Dusty.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 102.
My blood. No, stay in my body. I need you. Stay in my body.
My hamster is getting antsy. If we be adventurers, let us adventure.
So, at this point, the actual Sharn Watch have actually started to get within range to actually make a difference. Battle cries sort of wavering through the whipping winds as maybe about 5 of them are actually entering the fray at this point. I mean, if you want Light Paw, everything that comes up has to go down. The whole thing about like dropping a penny off the Empire State Building. I mean, it's a whole city down there if you want. Yeah, I'll accept that. The spear that you actually managed to dislodge, Dusty, gets carried by the wind. You don't actually see it happen, but Sinnel, you do, as a gigantic, like telephone pole-sized spear, the same one that nearly got you, plummets past directly into your formation of owls heading up to kill Sigma. Fortunately, it only catches a lot of feathers before plummeting downwards. Again, owls are an awful lot of empty space as it continues past into the city streets, somewhere down there below the clouds. Sigma. Sigma's going in for the kill. Gets 2. He's going after Dusty.
My boy!
Wait, what did I do to you?
I mean, you're missing a right hand for a reason.
Well, I didn't take that.
It's not a rule, it's a guideline.
Fair. Is going to be a 24 to hit. Dusty.
That barely passes my AC.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
I don't think it matters. Oh no, maybe if I had another inspiration, I could get my 5th one today. I could get like...
Dusty. As you struggle to stay aloft, a hearty trail of blood sort of dripping down into the empty air. You've managed to stabilize yourself for now. And you look up to see Sigma clearly focused on you, his eyes burning brightly and visible even from this distance. You steady yourself to dodge, ready to get out of the way. You've seen how he attacks. You've seen what he does. And at the very last moment, you juke to one side, and you know at that moment,
he predicted you.
Read you like a book. You're impaled, and you take more than enough damage to put you unconscious. You have anything to reduce that damage? Because it totals up to 52.
I don't think monks reduce damage.
Fair enough.
However, I would like to say, hey, look at me.
In your last remaining sort of gasp of consciousness, what do you say?
Bitch.
All right. What's what's that bard cantrip?
Vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery.
Takes 4 points of psychic damage.
Oh, like multi-class into It's like
as Dusty, with your last remaining conscious strength, you spite him, almost spitting in his face. You would if you didn't know that the spit would have just been diverted away by the slipstream. As everything goes dark. The rest of you see, Sinel especially, you would see Dusty just get absolutely skewered by Sigma.
God fucking damn it, one by each. What?
Mm-hmm. As he just nonchalantly flings him off the spear, almost as if sort of cleaning a blade. He just kind of flings it to the side as Dusty, you wouldn't feel it, but in your weightless unconsciousness, you would sort of feel as if you're falling. You'd know it in the back of your head that you're probably falling and just waiting for the inevitable, but unable to really think about it. It is going to be the ship's turn. As you've fallen beneath its midpoint, you're now in the arc of the lower guns. As all 6 of them open fire. 3 of them going for Sinel and his masked owls, and 3 of them going for Yark and Desota. These first ones are going to go for Sinel. That's 1 away from a crit. That's a miss. And that is going to be another miss. Can I get a dexterity save from you, Sinel?
Oh,
Probably.
nice.
Probably for the owl that's currently carrying you as well, since he'd be within the burst radius.
You have his stats.
Yep, I was just grabbing him. Woo! You rolled good too. All right, and the second round going for Soda and Yark again. Only one actual hit. The rest are the one that hit is one away from a crit again. Rolled a 19. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw, DeSoda and Yark. And then concentration check, Sinel. The DC is 10. Maintain
I
concentration.
think that succeeds, maybe.
I succeeded on my fly check.
That you did. So, Sinel and the owl both take. What was that? 13 points of force damage. Yark and DeSoda both take 12 points of force damage.
Yark,
The owl that's
so
currently
DeSoda
carrying
took
you, Sinel,
12.
is- Sorry?
How much was it?
For DeSoda and Yark, it was 12.
And I did that wrong. Did Sinel take any?
Yeah, you took 13.
Oof.
And that is their turn. It's the giant owl's turn. They are going to swarm upwards. What would you like the one carrying you to do, Sinel?
The one carrying me. I guess we're gonna go for Yark. Or not Yark, Dusty.
All right, you're gonna go try and catch him.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
Hold on.
Actually, well, I've got the stats.
Sorry, I randomly had a bunch of distortion. What was that?
I was asking for a dexterity check, but I didn't actually need it because I was the one with the stats. As the giant owl sprints over, manages to catch him. Still, though, no actual response from him. He's thoroughly unconscious. And then, so that was one away from the group on you. There was two heading towards Yark and DeSoda. So that'd be 4 going up and attacking Sigma. So that'd be 4 attacks on him. And reminder, a next hit against those guys automatically crits.
I kind of wish it was one of us and not one of the owls. But we were all focused on not dying.
Yeah.
Funny.
Hmm.
So they crit anyways. I got 2 nat 20s and 2 misses. So next hit you guys do is still going to be a crit.
I mean, if only I
Exciting.
could dodge.
As the owls themselves are managing to absolutely harass the living hell out of Sigma.
I hope so. They're like 4 times his size.
You can tell that his mount is very much damaged. It's
God.
almost sputtering and clacking with each motion, but he's angling around for another rapid-fire dive towards you, Yark. Which, by the way, it is your turn, Yark.
Firebolt!
Firebolt, go ahead and roll to attack. I believe in you. There are allies within 10 feet. 5
Owl
feet.
eyes.
Yep.
They're owl eyes. Hey, that looks like a hit to me.
I need a crit card. Magic.
Alrighty.
And yes, I'll be using my arcane jolt.
Yark,
All right.
roll a d20.
It's that number.
Uh-oh.
Deadly
I don't know what that-
precision. The target loses hit points equal to 1/4 of its max health.
Huh.
Percentage.
That's a lot of damage.
So,
I mean, if you rolled another 20 on that, it would have just reduced him to 0 health right away.
That's a pretty cool crit.
as you shoot the firebolt, it manages to hit something very important.
Wait, Dova.
What?
Hold on. DeSoto can shoot firebolts too. We shoot them at the same time, and our firebolts merge into one major blast midway through.
Be all right with that.
Teammate firebolt, kobold and dog.
You managed to do that. As Sigma and his mount erupt into a ball of pure fire. Just debris everywhere, bits of metal flying through the air, trailing smoke. Would you like to do anything on your turn?
Well, first I'm gonna look to see if anything happens immediately with Blue.
Looking over, no. You can't see Sigma. You think he's just somewhere in that ball of debris. But Blue just seems to be watching, almost aghast. But he actually is fighting back against the owls. Or actually, not the owls, but some of the mounted riders. Almost half-heartedly fighting back. The riders don't seem to even have a chance of touching him. They're keeping him occupied, and you can tell a thinking, sort of heavily thinking body language when you see it.
I'm gonna call over to him and say, Blue, we can stop Sigma together. Remember us.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I mean, like, I almost persuaded him, I think. Or maybe I persuaded Cody. Hard to say, really.
They're kind of the same person.
All right. You can see briefly. You see another look of recognition as he looks over and kind of looks down at himself, almost just observing exactly where he is and what's going on. As a dark shape plummets towards you. With a legendary action, Sigma, plummeting and mountless, is going to make a attack against you. It's going to hit.
Psst, he has disadvantage. I'm still
All right.
blurry.
Do you? Isn't that concentrate? Or how long does that last?
A minute.
So that would actually cancel out his advantage then. That would still hit, unfortunately. It'd
Yeah.
still be up to a 22.
Oh, I cast shield then.
That wouldn't hit?
Yeah, my AC right now is 21.
He's going to use a reaction to counterspell.
God dang it, Dova.
He can still do that.
How many things can he do while falling?
That's a reaction.
All of them.
He hasn't used his reaction yet. I remember a counterspell war during the last time you guys fought him.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact, if you use your reaction during your turn, you don't get a bonus action. You know that?
What? If you use your reaction during your own turn, you don't get a bonus. I did not know that.
Yeah.
What, really?
In my IRL D&D game, it was, of course, during counterspell wars.
Huh? Really?
Mm-hmm. All right. Roll sneak attack damage. I think that might put you under. That's what, 35 points of piercing? Or that'd be slashing.
Just barely know.
That'd be 30. You'd be up to 83,
Yep.
and he would be right there.
Falling.
Yep, falling with you. Go ahead and give me a concentration check for your flight. I say that was 35.
What happened with the owls trying to catch Yark and DeSoto?
The owls would have made it up to them at this point.
Okay.
How much damage was that? I've already forgotten.
35.
35. After that would be 18, so that would fail.
I use my Jolt of Inspiration to add
All
my
right.
bonus modifier to my roll.
You succeed.
See, Sigma, I can use bullshit tactics too.
But now he is currently hanging on a long sword in very similar construction to the one that you own, but this one much fancier and much more powerful. The sort of the mimic's fang, seemingly upgraded. The changeling's fang.
Doppelganger's claw.
Doppelganger. I'm fucking dumb. Gar makes sure to close the lid very securely because there were raccoons, and he doesn't want that to. That's just a mess. Sinel. It's your turn.
And I muted myself instead of unmuting.
Mimic's fang.
I am hurting. We caught Dusty.
Yep.
Is Dusty actually at that health point?
No, he is currently unconscious. We'll change
Okay.
that one real quick.
Well, I think this is probably the priority. It's not much, but it's something.
How dare he not react?
Can you cast through your
Calling
actual
him Mr. Bomber.
owls?
No, but I can climb. So,
You would not have the speed to make it there. You would not be quite there. If you want to try to leap and actually sort of close the gap, you can try. But the closest that you can get on that one turn is within maybe 50 feet.
wait, Dusty was caught by the owl I'm on.
No, he was caught by a different owl, the one that was going to go and try meet Sigma.
Oh, I thought he was going to be... Okay.
No, you can go ahead and add those add the spell points back if you like.
Okay. Yeah, I misunderstood. My
You would not- yeah,
original
sorry about
plan was him being caught by the one I'm on. Okay, well,
no,
yeah, we will make it closer to... I'll have the owl move closer, and I will just hold my action to do Cure Wounds on Dusty when I get close enough.
All right. Sigma, with the blade currently embedded in your shoulder yark, which is kind of comical because of how small you are compared to him. He angles his. He's gonna roll to attack first. It's going to be a 28 to hit.
It hits. Oh wait, with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I don't think it matters what he rolls.
No. You don't have very much health left. Yeah, he as his hand grabs onto you, the one sort of quote unquote natural hand. His left hand grabs onto DeSoto mostly. The other hand on the blade angled towards you. It's more like a dagger or a short sword. But you notice at this point that his hand has been replaced with another similar sort of arcane hand that he had before. But this one, it just looks a lot more intense. That's about all you get for it at this sort of stressful situation. As he angles one of his fingers towards a runestone, a runestone button embedded in the grip, and simply says to you, "Don't fret, don't be sad. It was only nature." He clicks it, and there's a concussive force within as the tip almost explodes somewhere inside. The flying spell dissipates. DeSoto starts to fall as Sigma lets go, and Yark, you are now unconscious.
Yeah, that sucks. He basically one-shot me before I could get another turn.
Some legendary actions for you.
Fun.
Sinel.
Yes.
All the guns fire.
I would like to press my no gun. Cyril is going to whip out his nope thrower.
Oh goodness. One of those isn't at 20.
How?
2 further hits. Let's would you like to attempt to make the dex save? All 3 of them?
Why not?
All right. All of them pass.
None shall see me. Though my battle cry may give me away.
So that would actually... Oh. 1 nope. All right. We'll say that first one... That first one was a no. If you'd like it.
Yes, please.
All right. So... That goes from... That went from overall 91... down to 43, and then that goes down to 32 points of force damage overall. I believe that
32
would
total?
correct. 32. That would put you unconscious.
And there go the owls.
putting up a almost savage resistance to the magical bolts that almost seem to curl their way through the sky towards you. You dodge the first, you dodge the second, you just almost force your way through the third, but the fourth and the fifth just seem to overwhelm you as the pure violence around you just hammers into your head. You lose concentration and soon find yourself falling backwards, your vision darkening. You see above you for a brief moment, battle raging. As the riders have made their way fully into the fray, a swarm. You see bolts of lightning, you see blasts of fire, and you still hear a single banshee-like wail of one of the mounts still working. But all of that is replaced by the deafening roar of wind before you pass out. And there's nothing.
They got it from here. We softened them up. Thank you.
Yeah, they got it. So, I'd like everyone to give me a Constitution check.
Check or save?
Check.
Surrounded by so many better numbers.
Do you want me to roll too?
Yeah, everyone.
Also, Doba?
Yeah?
Never mind. It's not worth saying. Only. Wow. What a waste of an inspiration.
That's how it goes.
The
So,
excitement of D&D.
as... I'll bring him back in. We'll get back here.
No.
Get back where? Oh.
Also, no, you could do that. I didn't know you.
I have power unimaginable.
That was kind of weird. You said bring him back here, and he just comes back in.
I will not hear of this power.
You may deny it. You may struggle in the face of it, but you cannot overcome. As you find yourselves all drifting. Zerth, Senel, even Desoda, Yerk, and Dusty. Every single one of you alone in pure darkness. You feel pain. You feel cold. But I guess over all of that, you feel a numbing sense of a calm peace. You don't have much to worry about. Everything's sort of done. You see brief shapes flitting past you. Large shelves just going in all directions. Gigantic a library. You see muffled... you hear muffled conversations. Some of them familiar, and some of them you think you heard at some point in the past, but you can't place where or who it was. Dusty, you've been here before. This is the place that you went when you got beheaded in the villa. This time it's different. Before, you knew that you might have left the world in good hands. That your friends were around, everything was okay. But now, you can't help but feel unease, knowing that you were in a very, very bad position when you left. Everything feels more permanent. You feel yourself slipping deeper and deeper as the details around you become more and more vivid.
You know, most people only come here once in their life.
You've been here a few times.
Yeah, how about that?
You would not see your old friend this time, though.
Where is he? I really want him to chew me out.
You actually see one of them that has a faint silhouette that kind of looks like him. The kind of big ears on top.
Ooh.
You try to go towards it, but you're rooted in place, almost as if you're in a dream and just running in molasses. As it drifts away, it looks towards you, and you recognize its face. But it looks back at you, and it doesn't.
Oh.
Yark.
No, I mislike this.
You've
Hello.
never been in this place before either. Or, well, you've never been in this place before, as has Sinel and DeSoda. DeSoda is, frankly, a bit confused. But somewhere in the back of his head, he almost regains memories, actually, as he isn't bound to Dolur, as you all are. Sinel,
DeSoda is in what?
bound to Dolur,
Ah,
the realm of the dead. That's where you all are right now. But you actually see him next to you, and he seems his details in his outline seem very sharp, while as if you look down, you can almost see through your fingertips already. He looks up and says to you,
Stop letting me die. Stop letting me die.
you know, I didn't expect it to go this way. I expected something else, but maybe
Yeah.
I really wasn't looking forward to being so high up in the air. It's just kind of a scary place. Not a place I'm very good at.
trust me, I would have preferred not to go up there either. Except I was literally dragged. Thrown over a shoulder and dragged. Well, carried technically, but still.
Well, I guess this is how it goes. Nothing really to do about it now. Fight too much and might end up as a revenant. That doesn't sound very fun.
I
Unless
like
that's the thing
DeSoda's.
you're into.
I like DeSoda's voice and personality.
He's very sassy right now.
Well, as he looks off towards down one of the halls, you can see faint shapes moving in the distance. One of them kind of clambering up the walls with unnatural heaving movements. If it comes down to it, I'll fight whatever tries to claim you. You deserve that much, at least.
I appreciate it.
Till the end?
Till the end.
All right.
Oh, you missed the opportunity to say something cool, like, and even after.
Oh, his mind is starting to go foggy. It's the afterlife. Yark.
I mean, the end for us right now is, the end of all eternity, so...
True. Give me a religion check with disadvantage.
Me?
Me?
No, Sinel. Yark, you find yourself in a very strange library. Sort of trying to get your bearings, you reach over to grab one of the books, and it's not coming off the shelf, and you kind of tear it off, and you just have a rotted spine in your hands. Spine of a book, rather.
I try to put it back.
Okay.
Embarrassed.
Actually, it kind of pushing in, it kind of squishes into place, and you let go, and it seems to stay. But
Neat.
yeah. Ironically, you don't seem to see very many people around you. It's very quiet. There's a faint scent of old books and bandages in the air, along with a little bit of ozone sort of magic. But, I mean, it's a fascinating place, and your mind probably would realize that this is, in fact, Dolur, the realm of the dead. Sinel, that seems about right. I mean, there at some point you're probably gonna pass on to whatever realm is next after this, but you'll be fine. Yark, what do you do?
Are
Anything
any
in
of my
particular other than
any of
Sorry?
any of my friends or allies or known ones around here?
no? It's very lonely. You're instantly filled with that sense of dread. You know something is wrong and something bad is probably going to happen. But you don't know what. And after a few moments, you start wandering around a bit, checking some of the corners. You see faint movement off in the distance, but nothing more than that. And then at that point, you realize, how did I get here? You remember you had an inn, and something happened. You don't remember what. And you can't remember what your death was like. You have to imagine that you're dead. That's the only reasonable explanation for being here. But you don't know how.
And all I see is the library and distant fuzzy shapes.
Mm-hmm. The shelves themselves are about 120 feet tall, and you can see far, far above a shifting sky of purplish, sort of dark blue and gray tones. Just this endless seas of writhing mist above.
I'm gonna keep trying books.
All right. Zerth.
Yes.
You find yourself awake in a very a sort of small abode. It takes you a few moments to kind of look around and realize this seems to be like an amalgamation of some of the iconic rooms of the villa. There's a nightstand from the master bedroom. There's a little window with the same sort of style of shades that the one in the kitchen and the front yard does. You try to look through it, and there's just nothing beyond it. The pane is just fogged up with a faint purplish mist.
You're in Squirrel Afterlife.
And the entire all the surfaces have this faint crystalline sheen. You can almost see the little crystal grains as if they're a sort of deep amethyst. But there's a mug on the table that you just try to instinctively grab, and you find you can't actually lift it off the table, even with your sizable strength. You feel at home, but at the same time, everything seems wrong.
Would Zerf have a feeling like where he's at?
You mean insight check? Well, let's think about this. You pledged yourself to Rosalind. You probably died. The last bit you remember is you were definitely falling. You saw the bits of the some of the towers rise up above you, and that was about it. Everything goes fuzzy after that. You inspect yourself a bit, and you find in your back there is a gigantic gaping hole. You kind of feel around it. Doesn't feel painful at all, but just nothing is there. From about the small of your back, kind of lopsided on one side, you reach in and you realize it's just dented inwards. The ribs cracked. You can feel the scales have been broken and busted and sort of bent. And you reach in, and you can probably reach about halfway into your chest, just in the cavity. but it doesn't feel painful at all.
Hmm.
You can move around normally. The scales don't rub around. They don't feel normal as they kind of interlock and kind of shift above each other. But you do feel a faint warmth near your chest, kind of just in front of it, in the empty air. You look down, you don't really see anything.
Zerk is just gonna call out to he's just gonna say, I would like to speak to the master of this domain.
No response.
Good sign or bad? You decide.
How about a deal? He's just seeing if anybody's trying to listen.
All right. Again, no response.
Is he? Do I see anybody else, or is it he's just by himself?
You are by yourself. There's a large grandfather clock in the corner ticking away. But as you look closer, the hands on the clock are not moving.
Not a bad place to spend, though concern does fill me. He's gonna sit on the table and probably, does he have like his equipment with him?
Yeah, as far as you can remember. Looking, sort of digging around in your pocket, it's everything that you expect to be there. There's nothing unexpected. You don't look into it and kind of realize, oh, hey, I got this. No, it's everything you'd expect it.
Okay.
You know that there's stuff missing. You remember there being more stuff here, but you don't know what's missing.
He's going... He's going to pull out a parchment and write something on there and then fold it up. I'm going to send you what he writes.
Okay.
As he's just trying to, like, silently, not necessarily pray, but try to, like, focus in on something that would answer.
All right. Go ahead and send it to me.
I should have not looked at the chat.
I like it. Dusty.
Yes, hello.
One, as you're kind of looking around, one of you hear a faint shifting sound in one of the bookshelves. As in pure fiction style, one of the books just sort of leans out, clicks, and then there's a whirring and clanking sound as an entire bookshelf sort of pivots outward. Behind it, the gigantic secret door that was hidden, about 40 feet across and a full 300 feet high, is open. And inside hurts to look at. But you know out of instinct it's a way back to the land of the living. All the pure comfort and relief and calm that you're feeling right now will be replaced with nothing but the most intense pain of existence you've felt in your entire life. Do you go through?
Buddy, where the hell are you? I came all the way here. I know you're around.
Oh, I thought I was in the library.
No, Dusty is too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we
But
cannot
Dusty,
see each
Dark,
other.
and Sinnel they've got the same scenery.
Friendo. Hello.
Your friend, the silhouette you've seen in the distance, looks at you again, and then just kind of looks straight ahead and starts walking away.
Piece of shit. I will find you and bite it again.
The door starts to creak closed. You can go for one or the other. And there's no takebacks.
Why doesn't he remember me?
If you like, I can come back to you.
Yes, because
All
this is actually a choice.
Yark.
Hello.
You're continuing to look amongst the books and kind of just looking in them, and you see a ladder kind of posed up against it, against the large shelves, and you see it's kind of indexed to a spot where you see a little bit of flickering light coming from it inside the actual bookshelf. You look up and you see that there's an actual like gap between some of the books, just big enough for you to fit into. And inside you see a warm, flickering light. And for a brief moment you hear laughter. But at the same time you feel anxiety. You feel stress. You feel to go in there. You know you'd probably be returning to your old body. One with pressures that you aren't feeling right now. Expectations to succeed and consequences of failure. Do you go through?
He takes a deep breath, thinks about all the stuff it means to be alive, and says, well, I actually can't think of anything profound to say. This is a pretty deep moment. He's just
Not
going to
everyone
say,
does.
I guess it's time for the second course.
Hey, there you go. That's something good. All right. As you climb up, you start to head through.
Pressures, anxiety. I didn't choose to be a chef and not know the consequences.
That's fair. Sinel,
42.
you, as the what seems to be an amorphous, ghostly horde continues to approach. You see a rope sort of extends down from right on top of the bookshelf. The origin of it unknown to you, but it's a way out. Well, you could face your glory here and get one last fight in, one last scrap before being done. There's an opportunity to escape and maybe try again in the realm of the living.
One problem.
Yeah?
DeSoto can't climb a rope.
Then he
he's
better hold
not
on
going,
to you very tight.
He is not going to let DeSoto go.
They
You
might
could
get a few scratches at your legs before you get up. He's gonna slow you down a little bit if you carry him up.
I'm going to carry him.
But at that, all right. You feel
Come
a
on,
dull,
boy, let's get
cold
out of
fa-
here.
You reach down, grab him onto your shoulders, and start carrying him up the rope. Your muscles straining in a pain that you've never felt before. It's not a physical pain, but just a pain of pure emotional, spiritual torment. cold claws at you from down below, threatening to drag you back into the complacent peace of death as you claw your way up. It hurts, and it'd be easy to let go, but you don't. You claw your way up, and reaching the top, blood pouring from your eyes, from your ears, and from your claws even, leaving a trail sort of smeared up the side of the bookcase and on the rope. You climb up. DeSoto above you. Dusty, have you made a decision yet?
Question: do I know it's him?
I'd say you would know it's him, but you don't know if he recognizes you anymore.
Fuck.
Well,
I'm
I'll
gonna chase
give.
him. I'm gonna chase.
Oh, I
You
was gonna
sure
give
about
Dusty a little more time by pointing out something Jaffer just said in chat.
Oh yeah.
What do you say?
I see how it is. I made my players' avatars of gods, so you kill off your party.
Opposites, all right? Dusty, are
Right.
you sure? This is the most important "are you sure" moment I have ever asked.
I know it's a bad idea, but you misunderstand how important this man is. Too Dusty. Like, yes, he got his forgiveness, but end goal, if he could trade one thing to, like, defect and join Sigma, it would be to get this man back. But
You're gonna
if
die.
he doesn't, well, yes, so it seems. Die and chase friend, or live and maybe never get his soul back now that it's very settled in wherever this is.
And in trying to get him out, you'll also stay here.
Well, not get him out, but
Moved on to the next place.
don't want him to move on. Fuck him!
If you do remember, he did forgive you.
I know, but my friend! Ah!
Well,
Hey, you can't have friends if you're dead.
we can come
it's
back
like-
to you
it's
again.
the
I've
law.
still got one person to give a deal to, if you want. It's an important decision. Zerth,
Yes.
a few moments after giving that plea, you hear the door creak open. Outside of it is a writhing mass of static. Short-lived, and you know for a fact it has a definite finality to it. To go through that door is to accept your end. In the future, there's always been this uncertainty about when whatever magic was sustaining you will run out. But looking at it, you know that there's only a finite amount. A definite statement that you are mortal. You take the deal?
He smiles. Puts out his cigar on the table, and he'll take the deal.
All right. As you head through. Dusty?
He's gonna yell at him that he's an asshole. And just wait a while longer. Come on! Before finally turning towards life.
The last bit you see of him is him continuing to drift away. His shape at this distance becoming unrecognizable. You can tell that your words,
Did not reach him.
on the contrary,
Oh.
you could probably get nothing else across to him, but with all the emotion in that last final cry, he probably knows. As you find yourself in nothing but pure, blinding pain. The darkness and the calm and the cool quietness replaced with a screaming screech in your ears as blood starts to return to them. All the nerve endings on fire as they have something
That's worse
to
than the
report to
Fury.
you.
This is worse than the Fury.
All right. Sinnel, you would be the first to awaken. As your eyes slowly start to open, blinking out of tune as they feel rusty. The air, which is an uncomfortable sensation to feel your heart or to feel your chest sort of rise and fall after being so very thoroughly dead, is uncomfortable. As you start to look around, your nose is the first organ that seems to work. It smells clean. You can smell linens, herbal remedies, one that's supposed to treat infection. Precisely. You'd be able to recognize an herbal remedy when you smell one. But above all that, you also smell the faint scent of magic, the sort of ozone. As you look up and you see sun filtering in through a thin silk curtain across a window. You can't see outside, but you see a blue sky. You're in a fairly comfortable bed. You seem to be in a hospital of some sort. You feel a dense, heavy weight across your legs, and you can't move them at first, leading you to panic for a moment before looking down and seeing DeSoto peacefully napping across your waist. You feel weak, feel shaky.
Can I move at least enough to nudge DeSoto awake?
Sure. You straining, you lift your arm up to kind of just nudge at his neck, sort of near his shoulder, and kind of blinks a few times before looking over at you and sort of sniffling, gives you a happy lick across the face.
I'm gonna do my best to pull him into a hug and just kind of lay there in pain.
Okay.
And, you know, just kind of rest a little bit longer before trying to get up.
Okay. Zerth.
Yeah.
You find yourself in a similar situation, except for you're currently laying very flat in a bit of very shallow waters. The water's soothing and imbued with what you smell to be the lavender, lilac, and aloe vera. almost overpowering herbal medicine smells, along with the faint tingle of healing magics that seem to glow throughout the pool. Not you would not be clothed at all. Same with you, Sinnel. You're only garbed in a light gown. And Zerth, your strength seems to slowly return. You've just got barely enough to move yourself through the water and maybe speak a few words at this point.
Am I in the room by myself, or who else is in there?
Over looking around, you'd see that over on the side of the pool itself is a rather short person. It looks to be your eyes are still fuzzy. Somebody who has a very brightly glowing sigil all across their bald head. You probably recognize it as a House Jurasco seal. A dragon mark, rather. As they are currently working their hands over a large crystal-embedded piece of arcane machinery connected to various hoses and wires down into the small lagoon that you're in. And floating alongside you would be a handful of other bodies. None of which you would probably recognize. But you do feel a slight weight on your back. And turning your head just barely enough to see over your back. You have just enough motion to do so. You see a little scruffy, fluttering kind of black tail. Half of it kind of draped down in the water and kind of waterlogged and looking kind of pathetic, but the rest of it fairly fluffy and puffy.
Zerf's just gonna idly pet the tail as he calls over to the person. Where am I?
He looks around for a moment before realizing it's you, and he says, "Oh, God. How are you feeling? Are you feeling a lot more alive than you were a moment ago, I assume?" As he's starting to make his way down the shallow slope into the pool itself beside you.
I think alive is a relative term for somebody who fell heaven knows how far.
Mm-hmm. Rest up for now. We can fill you in on exactly how you came to us, but feel grateful. I don't think any of you should have pulled through after what happened.
Yes, I'm quite curious. Does he remember?
No.
No, okay.
You remember falling, and that was it.
He's looking around for Rosalind and Dusty and like the rest of the group.
I mean, you'd probably resolve that Rosalind's probably on your back, but you don't have the strength to get up, and you don't really have the flexibility to actually look and see where she's at. She's kind of right between your shoulder blades.
Gotcha. Well, he'll just idly, just like caringly pet it, just passively assuming it's just gonna float, and then he's just like, "Do you have a smoke?"
Not indoors.
Holy damn it. Okay.
Well, I'm good to see that you at least have some fight in you.
Hold on. Does Earth have to say "squirrel damn it" now?
Am I in the same room?
You two are not in the same room. However, let's see. Dusty and Yark would be in the same room. As Dusty, you'd be the next one to awake. This would happen all over the course of like a full day. Dusty, you find yourself in a very comfortable sleeping position, hung from a rafter upside down.
How did they put a patient like this?
Oh,
Who would
that was
do
actually
this?
that's actually your very first thought as you gain consciousness.
Very carefully.
Is how? Wait a minute. I didn't. You crane your neck to look down. The strength, like the effort put into it, just astronomical compared to the piece that you were at before. And you see that there's actually like a sling tied around the post and your ankles, and kind of one looping up around your waist. Even completely sort of let go and uncooperative, it seems to be holding you in place very well. And seems to be well tied, well maintained, and doesn't feel to be chafing at all. But the room that you're in is fairly small, and the rafters alongside you are also have a handful of shapes kind of hung alongside you. You recognize these to be bundles of aromatics and a handful of little arcane seals hanging on little pendants that seem to be radiating this sense of calm and mending. Not energy, certainly, but that'll come, you reckon. And in this room, you see a handful of large cubbies along the wall. Maybe 4 of them, almost like a tube hotel or a capsule hotel. And the inside one are all empty aside from one, which is currently being tended to by another halfling. She's bald as well, with a large dragon mark curled around her head. At this point, Yark, you'd probably be jostled awake for the first time in a very long time. Kind of curled up in a nice, sort of comfortable cubby, sleeping. You find yourself jostled by a pair of hands as they grab some of the bedding around you and kind of swap it out for some nice, fresh-smelling linens. Yark?
Hello. This is probably. I thought you might have put me on a warm rock or something.
No, you're in a nice little sleeping cubby. It's very dark and comfy and nice and warm.
It's okay. I wouldn't want to leave it either.
Yeah, you're briefly awoken. You don't know where you are, but you know that you're nice and comfortable.
And you know what? For now, that's good. That's
Okay.
that's enough. That's fine.
If you manage to get the strength to sort of peek out, you'd be able to see the faintly dullish gray metal of Gar kind of curled up on the floor in a little sort of dog sleeping position below your cubby.
Gar is?
Gar.
I sleepily go, Gar, who's watching the inn?
You pass out again.
Or I could have gone with the sitcom version and said, but wait, if
But
you're here then, who's driving the uh-oh?
The inn is currently crashing.
Who put it on wheels?
It's out of control. It's a runaway inn.
Aren't you supposed to be driving the whoa?
Sinel, since you rolled the highest, you'd be able to, after about an hour, get up on your feet which are wobbling heavily. Barely enough strength in them to hold up.
Excuse me, Dova?
Sorry?
I think you mean pause.
Shush.
I'm just making sure we're being accurate here.
So Sinel is going to wobbling and carefully make his way to find somebody who runs wherever the hell he is, find out where he's at, and probably figure out where his gear is.
All right.
He's constantly keeping a hand on DeSoto, by the way.
Okay, DeSoto is kind of keeping you up, anyways. Sort of leaning on him heavily as you start to make your way out the unlocked door and into the hallway. It's a very slight hallway before. On one end is a large curtained window, and on the other is an opening into a somewhat large central chamber, inside of which you can see healing light and hear the subtle sound of sort of burbling water. And you'd see a large...
Mhm. I was afraid you were going to throw stairs at me.
Thankfully, there's no stairs here. But you definitely seem to be in a very upscale house of healing. And as you head into the central chamber, you see nice warm light all around, and you see in a sort of sparkling golden pool, the water is sort of catching bits of sort of healing particles in the water and sort of glimmering. You see the familiar large sort of olive green hide of Zerth, currently being examined by one of the attendants. There's a handful of other ones, and one of them, a fairly tall halfling man, sees you up and about and sort of stands up by his station, kind of observing for a moment before saying, "Well, I hadn't expected you to be up so soon. You feeling all right? Any dizziness, pain that is unbearable?"
Well, first off, do I still have a hole in my midsection?
Out
Out of character, obviously.
Out of character, no.
Okay. I think I'm okay. Where are we?
Adjusting your hit points, by the way. He comes over and places a nice supportive hand on your shoulder, almost feeling your temperature for a moment. There's no need to worry. You're someplace safe. You're in I had this written down somewhere, but I've lost it.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. You're in the Lebeda House of Healing in Sharn. Do you remember anything about what happened?
What do I remember, Dova?
You remember the battle in pretty vivid detail, but the end part, not so much.
Oh,
you know
so
that you must have lost, though.
So I do not remember the, 50 bolts of whatever flying at me?
No, thankfully.
Okay, that's probably for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember being slung over the gator's shoulder over there and dragged into the air to fight an impossible battle in a canoe against an airship with a full retinue of cannons.
No. No need for such energy. You need it.
So...
Is your room alright? Do you need fresh sheets?
I have no idea. I didn't even check the sheets.
Well, we'll change them anyways. You might have some visitors now that you're awake. And I'll ask the others this as well, but do you mind if somebody was here to talk to you? I say it's important, but don't think about that. Think of your own health.
Yeah, I think I can talk to someone.
Wonderful. Just keep in mind it has been quite some time since you were last up.
When? How long?
Well, it's been about a week and a half.
Oh. Okay. And where's my gear?
Your gear's in good hands. Everything that we've found on you was retained in security. If you want it, we can give it to you. But I heavily advise against it.
Why?
Well, you should focus on healing yourself.
Well, yes, but I have something
But
in there that will help.
If you're talking about any magical healing items, I suppose they
no.
might help a little bit. Oh. Yes, I can have someone bring your things to you if you want.
Yes, please.
All right.
Where's the rest of my group? I see one of them there. Two, I think.
Yeah, there's a black squirrel on his back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're all fine. They're all of them safe. And imagine if you're awake, then it's only a matter of time before they awaken too. In fact,
you'll have to excuse me, but I'm not fond of taking people at their word all the time. I appreciate what you've done, but I would like to verify.
That's fine on my account. I mean, I see that that the large alligator friend is currently up, and well, maybe not about, but he's up. You can talk to him if you like, and I can also bring you around to all the other rooms. Although, I do ask that you not disturb them, as some of them were in much more strenuous position than you are.
Okay. I'll just go talk to Zerth right now. Can you get my gear brought over to me as soon as possible, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
As he kind of he makes sure that you can stand on your own before heading out. And kind of going out through a set of large double doors with a little attendant desk next to it. But yeah, you can start making your way over to where Zerth is at. There's a total of 3 large sort of healing lagoons in here. All of them imbued with a steady, slow kind of healing light. Some of the attendants are kind of working and making sure that people are remaining floating. The water seems to be very, very dense, so it's very easy to float on top of them. But there's a collection of various humans, a lot of them battle scarred and looking as though they were soldiers. Yeah, you'd see a handful of tattoos. Some of them you wouldn't recognize, but some of them you would recognize as being sort of personal tattoos that some people of the Sharn Watch take. And you're making yourself over at what you're making your way over at a fairly slow pace, but you eventually get to quiet speaking distance of Zerth.
He'll sit on the side of the tub or lagoon thing. I assume that there's a lip that he could sit on.
Yeah. There's a nice little lip.
Great. So,
Zerth, out of the corner of your eye, you see a very ragged and kind of scrawny-looking Sinnel shambling up.
You look like you've seen better days.
I could say the same to you.
Yeah. I wonder how big of a crater I made, honestly.
I'm surprised we're alive at all.
I am too. I am glad you're alive, though.
Yeah. I had a thing for you, but they kind of took all my stuff.
It's okay. He'll like weakly pat his head. Seeing that you're here, I assume we probably lost. Or won, I don't know. I just remember falling for like 5 miles, and then whatever this goop is.
Well, considering the city's still here, we may have fallen, but I think the battle overall was hopefully won. Because, the city's still here, so... Then again, I haven't seen outside. For all I know, this is the last building in the city.
True. How did you get taken down? Birds and gravity were my undoing, as he gives a weak chuckle.
I don't really remember. All I know is, I got launched off the canoe, fell, summoned more owls, tried to save Dusty, and from there it was kind of, black.
We should put a moniker if we beat gravity. Oh, it hurts to breathe.
It's hard to tell through the ringing in your ears, but you think you hear the sound of heavy footfalls outside the door.
He'll crane his head.
All right.
Sino will look as well. DeSota's probably lapping at the pool.
Where's my... There you are. Okay. As you look over, there's a brief sound of a very gentle but stern voice saying, "No, don't go in there. You can't go in there." As it's kind of muffled by the door, before you hear a woman's voice, sort of husky and very grizzled and gravelly. Just you hear an impact of a what sounds to be a little metal bracer against cloth and flesh as she just growls, "Out of my fucking way!" Slams through the door with a shoulder, and flanked by 2 very well-equipped, battle-hardened guards is a rather say middling height woman with brilliant blonde hair that's currently in kind of a frazzled braid behind her. She's wearing a half plate, all of it very well polished, but it's got quite a few recent scratches and scorches in it. A sort of a half helmet hanging by a hook on her hip, with her other hip containing a sheathed, very fine constructed longsword and a mace. Before she kind of surveys the room for a moment with piercing eyes, before locking eyes with you two and just pointing, and from across the room saying, "It's about fucking time that you woke up. You and me are gonna fight that fucking airship in the sky before we all fucking die."
That answers that question.
Okay. So
And I think
the
that's where
airship's
we're gonna
still
leave
there.
off. I think that's where we're gonna leave off for the night.
Zerth and Sinnoh just share like a knowing look, like, who the hell is that?
No, well, I expected a simultaneous.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
The same time.
Also, I mean, we got 3 minutes and 3.5 minutes before Stream Raiders is up again, so
I don't know if I can go any further.
Well, could do. What are we doing, Dova?
And what are you? You hear you? I guess you guys would be kind of woken up by the loud noise and the yelling in the other room.
Dova, I'm I'm gonna try wrap myself in my blanket, hop on top of Gar, and just kind of instruct him to go to where that noise is.
Okay, give me a strength check. Disadvantage. And you do not have your
Yeah, I
gauntlets.
noticed that. I think I'm gonna put -2.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Barely enough to drag yourself out to the edge, at which point the fatigue is just overwhelming. But Gar knows what's going on and kind of grabs at you with a very careful chomp of its teeth.
He takes out. Oh, it's okay. Yeah.
Or he's got that hand, the hand on his back.
Well, he has a hand on his back. He has hands.
Oh, I was thinking if he's like quadruped, then he'd have like a hand on his back for.
He's kind of both. He's a gargoyle, so he can stand up on his back legs and use his hands. But if he's running, he's probably running on all fours.
Okay. Okay. As he reaches down and kind of scoops you up.
Like a hunched
Very
over biped.
And at this point, as you're out in the air, blinded by the sunlight, which for you, Dusty, isn't honestly that bright, but for you, Yark, especially with your dark light adaptation.
Sunlight sensitivity?
Yeah, sunlight sensitivity. It is blinding.
I'll keep my eyes closed and cover my head with my blanket.
All right. Dusty, you'd be able to look down in your sort of sleepy grogginess and look down. You'd see Yark getting picked up, swaddled in a blanket, almost like a little scaly-tailed baby, by Gar. But especially you would be able to hear the commotion going on outside. And you'd probably, through the walls and through your very good hearing, you'd be able to hear the exact words. If you remember what they actually said out there, out of character, that is.
Not really.
Okay. Somebody barged in and just said that somebody and somebody are going up to fight the fucking airship in the sky. Are you going to try to get out of the wraps that you're in and go see what's going on?
I guess so.
All right. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check. I'd say without disadvantage. Dusty?
What should I roll?
Dexterity check. All right. You managed to slowly untie the little brace that's keeping you nice and secure, and with a lot of pain shooting through your body, drop down onto the ground. Back hurts, your legs hurt, your feet hurt, but you are now on the ground and sort of shambling about with your own locomotion. And right in front of you is Yark being carried around by Gar.
He's fine.
Yark, you'd probably recognize that Dusty is right next to you. He's close enough that your eyesight is good enough.
Hey, Dusty.
Hi, Yark.
I'm gonna go tell them to be more quiet. And he points his fingers. Says, "Okay, go that way, Gar."
All right. Kind of clonks his way through. He accidentally bumps you into the door as he tries to open it. But as you head out into the open air, she's just finished with her statement, and the one of the attendants is already kind of right behind her as one of her guards just grabs his shoulder and pulls him back But she seems to notice almost instantly that you guys are starting to get out of your room, and she points over to you and says, "Fantastic! The whole fucking group is here."
Hey, can you guys quiet down a little bit? I have a headache.
Oh, you've got plenty of fucking quiet time. It's time to wake the fuck up.
I'm having flashbacks to my younger days.
Don't regret me. Don't make me regret not following the soul of my friend. Also, who? Also,
A wise decision.
Oh, the timing on some of those notifications. All right, shall we call it there then?
I think at this point it's a great idea.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this evening for Echoes of Eberron Dungeons and Dragons. It is because of all of you, your support, your coming out, hanging out and such, that these streams are able to continue to come. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Do consider becoming a patron if you're not already over at patreon.com/ZGFgaming. It is one of the best ways to support the channel, but you can also come over to our other streams and share the stream with your friends. Those are great ways to support it and keep it coming. Do check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We have links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. We do have merchandise. You can find links for that down in the description, as well as on our website. We are now going through Teespring, so, you know, lots of great stuff over there. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye!
I'll accept that.
Yeah, yeah.
You did kill us.
That's true.
All
Very
right.
true.
But we got better.
I got better.
We'll see you all tomorrow.